This podcast is sponsored by Audible. Go to audibletrial.com/mediahole to get your free 30-day free trial, including one free audiobook. There's over 180,000 audiobooks to choose from, and you can listen to them on your Android, your iPhone, or your Kindle, or any other MP3 player. Thank you, Audible, for your sponsorship. And once again, you can find that at audibletrial.com/mediahole. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Media Hole Podcast. This is a weekly podcast in which me and my best friend, Ian... I intentionally did that while you were as far away from the mic as possible.
Yeah, I was fully reclined because I'm in the gamer chair this week. My fucking back hurts, so I got comfortable back there. I thought about lifting the mic and just reclining and just holding it.
Oh, God.
Oh, but this is heavy.
Don't pull
What?
Don't pull further because you're going to pull the Zoom off the table.
Yeah, I'll put that back down normally.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a weekly podcast where me and Ian like to talk about movies and comics and television and I don't know, film, games, anime, news, things.
Yeah.
And
various things,
really.
Old video games, because I haven't played anything new.
Yeah, me too.
I did play something new this week, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, this is probably gonna be a light ep in a lot of ways, not a lot of info.
Yeah, probably. I don't really have anything.
I have a very short list. Anyway, yeah, we have a lot of stuff to talk about, but right at the top here, I do want to say, while we don't want to get into huge amounts of detail because there are better podcasts than us about this,
I'm sure you're not you've heard it everywhere.
Yeah, but quick shout out. We want to, send solidarity to the people protesting in Minneapolis and across the United States after the murder of George Floyd.
Also, there's a real big protest happening in Toronto right now for
There
was another murder in Toronto this time, not with a gun, so cops can still do it regardless.
Yep. Push out the window this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so to everybody protesting, stay safe, wear your masks and gloves, but keep fighting the good fight. Well,
wear your masks too, so cops don't try and ID you later.
Well, for multiple reasons.
Yeah,
there's a million
one,
reasons.
COVID's a big old bad.
Yeah, and two, there has been a history at these types of protests where people who go to them, who get recognized, will suddenly and strangely die and never have their murders be solved. That is true, and it happened to the Ferguson protesters. So please stay safe.
Yeah. Also, I just want to ask a question out there.
Yep.
Does anybody still make spaghetti? Share if you think police officers need to be held accountable for their actions. I'm trying to find the fucking meme that I was talking about. Oh, did RoboCop get announced? Did he come out in Mortal Kombat recently?
Yeah, he did.
That's bad timing.
Well, listen. When we say all cops are bastards, RoboCop's not included.
Yeah.
Same with any police dog. Not included.
They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. But
oh God.
What?
Nothing. No, I'm trying to find this meme related to all cops are bastards that my buddy sent me, and I was like, I can't find it on our Facebook Messenger, so I went on Discord because I reposted it, and it's one of our podcast listeners saying that he's got off work today because someone got crushed to death.
Oh my God.
I hope it wasn't one of your friends.
That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and if you are out there, be on the lookout. There are fake protests and, fake protesters who happen to be, undercover cops or out-of-town, white supremacist people, which, what are the difference? Am I right, fellas? But
oh, my God. Also, remember, those thugs looting are a lot of white people as well.
Yeah, so a lot of the big damage is sort of a false flag to make protesters look bad. So stay vigilant out there, folks. Stay safe. But keep fighting the good fight, as I was saying.
Okay, I found the meme.
It's
a picture of a dog dressed as a detective.
Yeah.
And it says, what does ACAB stand for? All cops. And boy, do I mean all cops, including the shithead cop that you're related to, are bastards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's fucked up. Anyways, that's it.
That's the whole podcast, guys.
Yeah, fuck you. Bye. That's a solid 5 minutes on that. Let's move on.
Man, they're gonna be so happy. The last one was like over 2 hours. This one 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you guys. It's never the right length at this thing.
No, well, it's nothing consistent because it's all based off of mood and feeling. Like there was one episode where like an hour in, no, like 45 minutes in, I was like, how fucking long is this? I want to go home.
Yeah, and then there was the last episode where we just kept talking.
Well, that's
so that
because
we
it's
have to not see each other.
It's so much easier to talk in person because over Discord we have to compensate for the lag, even if we're like clapping to make sure it's all good.
Yeah,
it's still like
there's still lag.
There's a lot of us talking over each other.
And in person we do it, but it's less bad.
Well, it's in person, but it's over the same quality of mic.
Yeah. Yeah. When we do the next breakdown, we'll have to do it here.
Well, yeah. You're pretty much primarily social distanced.
Yeah.
Like you probably do like grocery shop and that. You still going to your mom's work?
No, not as the person whose job I was doing came back. So
okay.
Yeah, so
yeah, I'm pretty much the only the dangerous variable right now.
Yeah, well,
but also no one at my work has it. Everyone who's been taking time off is just a shithead.
Yeah,
there's a guy who's gone off 3 times.
Ugh.
Like, stay the fuck, stop it.
Either stop coming in or stop going home.
Yeah. Well, because apparently legally, when it's a pandemic, you can just say I cannot come to work. I don't think you can claim unemployment, and they're definitely not paying you, but you can do that.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be missing that much time anyways, because you're going to keep missing days and claiming that you're going off for COVID, might as well do it.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. So, wow. Oh man, these things I'm reading, some of them I'm like, that was this week. That felt like 8 fucking years ago.
Well, because at the start of this week, someone got murdered, and then every single day it was like, there's a riot, there's a protest, the murderer's been arrested.
Yeah.
Well, first he was fired, and then everyone's like, that's not enough.
Yeah. And they also 4 need to go to jail forever.
What?
All 4 of those cops need to go to jail forever.
Nah, the one who did it, who was like full on neck, definitely. The other one's manslaughter charges. So something, but
I'd say there's still accomplices. Like, I don't know.
Like if you
watched Ted Bundy fucking kill somebody and then didn't call the police, you're now part of the problem.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm fine with them being fired. I'd like them to be charged, but I'd mostly like the murderer to be charged.
Yeah.
That's what she did, so.
He's been charged, but like people are saying it might just be an excuse to put him into protective custody.
Every single time I see some fucking article about like them being like, oh shit, like the one of the state attorneys or whatever the fuck, I don't remember what they're called. He was like looking into the case, but he was like, they kept quoting him, making it sound like he's like, I'm not here to rush to justice, like kind of. The headlines kept making him sound like he's one of those guys going like, I don't know, maybe we should look at it from both sides. No, maybe that man handcuffed on the ground with a fucking knee in the back of his head was a real threat for 9 minutes.
Yeah.
But instead the guy was like, I'm not going to rush to justice because I will lose if I do that.
Yeah.
Because there's tons of other attorneys who are like, I'll take this case immediately. It should be open and shut. And then they lose, and then a cop walks free.
Yeah, the truth is that even though any sane person can see the video and go, that's all the evidence I need, because it's literally the entire crime on video. You can see everyone's face clearly.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the way that a trial works, if a good, shitty asshole lawyer can convince any number of people in the jury, any number of bullshit lies, or like can claim that the video, something fucked up about the video or whatever, then, you can change the fucking way.
You can have the case thrown out and all that. So
yeah,
but whatever. People are trying this time, and the mayor of that city is fucking saying, why aren't those men arrested already?
Well, yeah, and they're fucking arresting journalists and shit.
Yeah,
on live on CNN. Like, it's fucking.
My mom was one of the things we yelled about in the car. She was like, but they're like they're arresting the journalists, and she was like trying to justify it. I'm like, how the fuck
there is no situation. The guy was showing the press badge. There were 4 people, and they were asking, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, it's like they're there to report the news.
Yeah.
Like, even Fox News was on the side of him. Maybe you should arrest that guy.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, you know you're
it's
fucked
bad.
when Fox News is out there going, hey, man.
If Fox News is out there saying, maybe some cops are sometimes bastards,
Yeah.
when Fox News even pretends to say that you're like, oh, shit. Maybe fuck it.
You know what else happened in the news, though?
What
in
else?
real people news? Fucking Elon Musk.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Well, number one, they changed his fucking kid's name.
Oh, yeah. It's the 12 is XII.
Oh, cool. So they just so you can't have numerals, you can have Roman numerals.
I guess so.
I didn't check what it was. I was hoping that he just kind of dropped half of it and
Nope.
his name was like X Epsilon or some shit.
Nope. They've changed it. So now it's A12 as if it's
It's
Final Fantasy 12.
yeah, whatever. He fucking had a SpaceX launch on Wednesday. Rocket blew up super hard.
Oh, really? I didn't see this.
Yeah, and then they launched a rocket today.
Oh, damn.
But that one actually went off. That was a NASA and SpaceX collaboration.
That was today?
Yeah, it was at
I
3.
thought that was the one on Wednesday.
No, the one on Wednesday was a prototype rocket that they've been trying. I think it's the passenger rocket they're trying to figure out. You know, the one that's just like it's a fucking airplane, but it's vertical.
Yeah. Well, that's what the early 2000s space shuttle is.
Sure. I don't know. Rockets are crazy.
Have you ever gone to like that? Did you ever end up going to that like space museum or whatever it was?
Where? Is it in
Maybe
Toronto?
It was Science Center. It was either in Toronto, like a separate thing.
Well, there's the ROM in Toronto. I've been there.
No, this was like a thing.
It was
that I
specifically
remember
for
going
space?
on. Yeah, I remember going on for a field trip as an elementary school boy, and you went in this fake plane, and they were like, "All right, the plane's going."
It was
And
like
you're
that fucking
"Cool."
episode of Community where they had their...
It was just like it,
Yeah.
except like more professional.
No, we didn't have one of those.
Okay, could have been at the Science Center even. Remember the Science Center? That shit was dope.
I literally only remember the ROM, which I always thought was the same thing. That building's cool.
Yeah, well, ROM's cool. ROM's sick.
Yeah.
That's art.
ROM the
The
vacuum
Science
spider.
Center is like more science than art, but it's still cool. And they had that Marvel Comics exhibit, and that shit was sick.
Of course.
Fuck you, Ian. What do you expect from me? They were like, "Here, you touch this, you're like Iceman." And I was like, "This is fucking sick. Love Iceman." Oh, here's a thing where like they've put a car with these two handles on it, and you can lift an entire car with the strength of pulleys and shit. And you're like, "Oh, I'm the fucking Hulk." It's cool.
I'm the Hulk / a bunch of other characters in the Marvel
Any
Cinematic
character who can
Universe.
pick up a car, but not actually lift it over, like just
Any man in
just
that
lift it
universe
up.
other than and She-Hulk can pick up a car.
Yeah.
Other than that, no one else. Oh, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel can pick up as many cars as she wants.
Yeah, because she's made to be that powerful.
Because Captain Marvel has become the Goku of fucking Marvel.
Literally. She's just... Bro, she's just... This is Marvel virtue signaling. She's just gaslighting men so that they know that they're shit and a woman's always better than them.
Fuck. People suck.
Bro,
Like on
take
the one
the red
hand,
pill.
I find that they're. God damn it, Ian.
Take the black pill.
The black pill's the bad one.
There's this
Actually, you know what? Fuck that. Red pilled people need to take the black.
There's
pill.
this fucking
Or wait,
Oni.
maybe they don't.
There's this Oni plays clip, where they're doing like Carl the incel. He's convincing Jimmy that he's an incel and that's why Cindy won't fuck him. And then he says, "Take the black pill, Jimmy." And then Sheen pops in. And he's like, "No, don't take the black pill, Jimmy." I don't know. Oni plays
That's
is
funny.
really funny.
That is funny.
Yeah, better than Game Grumps.
Wow. Way to call out.
Way to call out a channel that's practically for normies.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. I still like those guys, but I just don't watch their shit anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm getting super tired of like Let's Play content again.
Yeah.
I fell out of it for a bit, and then I kind of got back into it. And now recently, every single time I watch it, I'm like, God damn it, just fucking edit this down a bit. You're rambling, or you're talking about like inside baseball stuff, and it's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah. I like streaming. And I remember we used to do Let's Plays back in the old time.
Yeah, and then it all went downhill when we fucked up a Mass Effect. I fucked up a Mass Effect Let's Play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to hit record on the audio, so we got 8 hours of
I remember
nothing.
That. Yeah, it was that long.
Yeah.
We were like, we're gonna fucking blast through this. It's a full day.
Oh, it was a good day. It was fun.
It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just after that, it's like, well, we're never getting back to that.
The video cut out for the Soma one, and we lost a very famous bit among our friends that I did.
Yeah.
Which is a damn shame that it was not saved. I don't remember if the guys told you about it.
I don't know.
So it was with Blake and Chris and Alana, and I did this bit where somebody was like, I've said it in person multiple times since because it just makes them laugh when I say it.
Yeah.
But it was like it's like $1 billion. That's 100 million hand jobs. And then we were like, how many hand jobs is that? And it winds up being like 12 per second for the rest of your life.
Oh my god. Well, that time's getting shorter for the longer you live, so you better get to it. Or you better start fucking finishing in a second so you can like get up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so think about it. Every single next time you defend a billionaire, remember, well, how much were they? $10 hand jobs?
I was saying a $10 hand job.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos could get 151 fucking million or whatever.
He could get like 30 billion hand jobs.
I think 15.1 billion.
15.1 billion hand jobs.
Because you just remove 1 0.
Yeah, you just remove a zero.
Yeah. 15.1 billion hand jobs.
That's more hand jobs than one person should ever have.
Yeah, you'd have
you
to have
to redistribute those hand jobs to the rest of us.
Redistribute the hand jobs. Also, not enough. There's not enough women in the world to have. Like, you could go on a tour of the entire world and be like, every legal adult woman, give me a hand job for $10, and you would still have $9 million.
9 billion.
No, actually, sorry. You'd have 12 billion because there's only like 3 to 4 million women on the planet.
3 to 4 billion women.
Billion,
on the
fuck. And I'm going to assume, I'm just going to say a cool billion of those are children.
Yeah. Anyway.
You better start with the old age people, though, because they might go by the time you get to the... You'd have to have the craziest refraction period as well.
Yeah, well, literally, it's multiple per second.
Yeah. You need to have like...
You need to nut in a millisecond, like, straight up.
Needs to nut.
And he's an older guy, too.
Oh, Viagra and Cialis.
No, but I mean, like, he wouldn't even make it.
You think?
Like, I wouldn't even make it. It was like
I'm not going to make it through 15 billion hand jobs either.
Anyway, this is so dumb. It's me repeating a bit that I did 5 years ago.
Yeah, well, but it didn't exist anywhere.
It doesn't exist on the internet.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So have you ever done a joke in person and then be like, I'm going to redo that later?
Oh, yeah. I make jokes in person and then go, I'm going to say this on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then I do.
I make jokes when we're not playing a video game, and then we play the video game, and I wait till it applies, and I'm like, haha.
Anyway, let's talk about games and stuff.
Yeah.
So the Wholesome Games Direct. Did you tune into it? Were you even acutely aware of this?
I was aware that it was happening. I did not know what happened.
So I tuned in. It featured over 50 indie games that featured, like, you know, a cute art style or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Wholesome games.
Yeah. Anyway, the big standouts were like Hua, Depender Nocturne, Spiritfarer, which I have written here with my typo, Spititfarer. There was one called Chicory, and then another like called Rainy Seasons. Those were the real standouts, but there was like 50 there. Also, Skatebird was there.
Skatebird?
Have you managed to escape Skatebird?
Yes.
Okay, Skatebird is an indie game that was like, we're doing Tony Hawk, but you're a bird on a tiny skateboard, like on tables and stuff.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and there is a hawk named Tony in the game.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah. It's really cute.
Is there a Margera named Brandon?
No, because I don't think Margera is anything other
It's
than
not.
Bam Margera.
Yeah. And Bam Margera's first name is actually Brandon.
That's so weird. There's
Yeah.
no M in Brandon.
Yes, but there's an M in Margera, and I'm just going to take a wild guess and say his middle name starts with an A. B-A.
No, I get it. That's just lame.
Well, I know his middle name doesn't start with a P because if his parents did do that where they had like... Maybe his middle name is April because they didn't have a daughter, so his mom was just like, whatever, Brandon April Margera. Because
April's not a bad middle name.
For a dude, kind of.
I don't know, man. If you're a guy and you have a female middle name, that's okay. You know what? It's 2020. Bitch.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, so yeah, that was cool. You should probably maybe watch it. I don't.
His middle name is Cole, actually, so I don't know where Bam came from.
It's probably Brandon, but like
It's Brandon Cole Margera.
yeah. So it's probably someone just said Bam,
Yeah, no, you know what it was?
or it was like Bran. And
No,
then it became Bam.
I think he just might have embraced it when he was like younger, because there was a bunch of other people on Element's team when he was like starting. Because Bam got signed when he was like 12. Like
Damn.
he was incredibly young, but then there was like other dudes on the team named Brandon. Like there was Novak,
Oh yeah.
but then Novak is called Novak, so I don't know. Well, whatever.
Whatever. Anyway, Last of Us Part 2 State of Play.
Yeah, I saw that happened. Did it? I thought that was supposed to happen in July.
No.
What month is it? June.
The game comes out in June.
Yeah, and
So the little direct about it came out
see what else
a
comes
month
out in
before
June?
it came out. Huh?
You know what else comes out in June?
What?
Valorant.
I thought it was already out.
It was out in a
Aren't they putting Denuvo in it?
Denuvo? Oh fuck, let me check. Jesus, I hope not. That is just nightmare.
I heard Riot.
Denuvo's an anti-cheat, right?
Yeah, I heard Riot Games is also putting Denuvo in League of Legends.
I don't see why they would.
Retroactively.
Because they put in also fucking cheat in League of Legends if you want, whatever.
Yeah.
How do you cheat in that game? By blatantly breaking the game. It's not like Counter-Strike where you cheat by getting walls or having your auto aim where it's kind of hidden but also obvious. If you cheat in a
I want to
league,
see. By the way, I want to see a tournament that's everybody's aimbot versus everybody else's aimbot, and like just the only cheaters allowed tournament. I think that'd be sick to watch in a FPS.
all I'm seeing about Denuvo is that it is removing it from Doom Eternal.
Okay, could be wrong.
Well, Valorant has Riot Vanguard, their own anti-cheat, and it's super aggressive.
Okay, then maybe that's the one I heard, and I heard there was like significant anti-cheat that's fucky and shitty.
It's not. It works very well for what it is, but it's you. If you, I haven't played Valorant in like 2 weeks now because I've just been not playing games. I've just been watching Avatar.
Avatar's good.
Yeah, but like when you close the game in your system tray, there's a little thing that still says "Play Valorant," and if you close that, you have to then restart your computer to be able to play Valorant next time.
That's so fucking bad.
That's because it's in beta, though. They're not focusing on making that work. They're making the game work.
That's terrible. That's a bad thing to have.
Whatever. I don't care. It's like if you're playing that game on your PC, you probably have an SSD and your computer restarts in 30 seconds anyways. Less, actually.
Oh, yeah, but you know how it is.
But it's coming out on Tuesday.
Cool.
Cool. It's a cool game. It has a very aggressive anti-cheat, but they're trying to not have the problem that Counter-Strike has, where if you literally play Counter-Strike, if someone gets killed through a wall, which is common when people just spray through walls, you'll hear someone start screaming about walls.
Yeah, I mean, let me see. Yeah, so right, Last of Us Part 2 State of Play thing.
Did you cry?
It's a
Yeah, but
trailer.
But Nathan.
Nothing happens
But
in the
Nathan,
trailer that made me cry.
they say their names when you kill them. You're separating two friends off of this mortal coil.
Listen,
Nathan, they're never going to know how Hotline Miami on the Vita ends.
That's what I wanted to lead up to. Thank you, Ian. We finally did it, boys. the Vita Alliance. Me and the 15 other people who owned Vitas.
You, Greg Miller.
Me, Greg Miller, Liam Allen Miller. All of us unite because we got the Vita in Last of Us Part 2. And
yeah, you did that.
yeah, we did. Well, you didn't.
I don't fucking care. I don't have a
Buy
Vita.
the Vita?
Because I wouldn't.
Well,
Why would I? PSP sucked.
You take that back.
PSP sucked dick.
PSP's fucking great.
It was bad.
No.
It was poor.
You owned a fucking 3DS.
I owned 4 3DSs.
And they're all terrible.
No, they aren't.
The 3DS sucks ass.
Actually, the 3DS does suck ass for anything
Thank
that's
you.
not a Nintendo title.
Yes. The Vita was fucking great and had great games on it.
And you could touch the back and
You
it
could
did
touch
stuff.
the back and the front.
But the 3DS had 2 screens.
You can
That's
play
twice.
PS4 games on the Vita.
Yeah, but at like a very low FPS.
No, you could remote play it.
But what
there
about
were
the
games that had
what about
cross
the
save
resolution?
and cross fucking play and cross buy. You could play Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth on your Vita, and the progress would carry over to your PS4.
You could pay Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah, Persona 4 the Golden. It was the first time that the fucking Danganronpa games came.
They should just make a fucking PS Vita 2 that goes along with the PS5 and just be like, all the games that come out on the Vita will like work on the PS5 or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, but I'm sure it wouldn't sell well enough for them to justify it, or they would
It'd
have to
sell
sell
great
the
in
Vita. The fucking Vita would have to sell more for more than the PS5, and the PS5 is already going to be $650.
I'm gonna buy the $650 PS5 and then buy the $500 PS Vita 2 just to be that guy.
No, it's going to be like
And then I'll buy the VR headset for the Vita.
the VR headset, but actually you just slide the Vita in over your face.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's the PSVR 2.0, and you just slide the Vita into the fucking.
Yeah, so you
PSVR.
could have another VR you don't
So
use.
you could Vita twice as much. Anyway, she was playing Hotline Miami on the Vita in the game, and you heard the music. It's dope. Also, that makes sense because the fucking pandemic in Last of Us 2 happens in September, and Hotline Miami came out for the Vita in September 2013, rather. And the Hotline Miami came out for the PS Vita in June of 2013, so it adds up.
So it was the freshest game they got.
It was one of the freshest games, yeah. Hell yeah. Anyway, the game Last of Us Part 2, the gameplay looks really good. They've like Uncharted 4'd the gameplay, which is like make the areas better and bigger and whatever.
Oh.
If you like The Last of Us, you'll like The Last of Us 2 in terms of gameplay. The story still doesn't look great, but I will check the game out, like I said, just, probably buy it once
Man,
the
if
PS5
Neil Druckmann just shut the fuck up about the story. Like,
So,
the
yeah.
leak also didn't help, but Neil Druckmann coming out right after that saying, I cried playing it. It's like, you cried playing the game you fucking wrote? And you're also...
I would cry watching a movie I made because I made it.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
like, it's done.
But, like, you're the direct... It's...
Yeah, you shouldn't say that. You
You're
sound
the-
like an asshole.
No, but also, it's not... I would say you do that for, like, your first movie or something.
Yeah.
Or if you were a writer, like, purely a writer, like, you wrote
Yeah.
the movie, and then you were gone for, like, a lot of the process, you would get calls,
I
and they'd be like, we
cried
need to make...
because I'm now the vice president of this company, and I'm making an entire game for it.
I'm now the vice president of this company. I pushed out the woman who was in charge of me before because she wasn't feminist enough. Because she thinks that female characters like Cortana are useful and not just sex objects. Or anything in Mass Effect.
That promotion, again, he's right that he wrote a better female character than most other game writers. He's just factually correct.
For Ellie, yes.
For Ellie,
Only
and even
Ellie.
Trish,
Who's Trish?
the girl that Joel's with at the beginning.
Yes, yeah, she's good as well.
Yeah. And in Uncharted 4, he wrote, that game too.
Uncharted 4 is good. It's just not as good as 2, which Amy Hennig wrote.
Yeah. No, yeah, but 4's still great in my opinion.
4 is better than 1.
It's got the best gameplay.
Absolutely. I don't like the open world stuff. I really like my.
I like the more open combat sections, though.
That's fine. I like that. It's an interesting take on combat, but I like my linear, story based action games.
I forget, did you play Lost
linear.
Legacy?
No, I didn't.
Because that one, there's like an open world with like 5 things.
Yeah, but it's like a hub. It's like a mini hub world.
It's almost like a hub, yeah.
Like fucking Halo 5 has the worst versions of that.
That's a bad game, period.
Yeah, no, but like there's all in a bad game by a AAA developer. There's always something good. Like
the last good Halo was Halo 3, 2, 3, 1.
You don't even like these games. You're just appeasing me. It's Halo Reach was good. Halo 3 was the last unanimously loved one, though.
Yeah.
Like, everyone who played Halo 3 was like, this game. Everyone who played Halo 3 and likes Halo. I saw you were ready to fucking
I really
go.
like that commercial. Do you remember those commercials?
Oh, man, fucking...
The commercials were good.
Anything I say about that, Nakey Jakey said you should just watch his video on it.
Gears of War will never fucking live up to its commercial.
Oh, man. Well, because the thing
they
is...
fucking Dead Islanded that game.
Yeah, no, I think you get the just in that game. It's just that there's so much parts where it's like you're at... Like, they kind of put that as like you're a soldier fighting against like this army of fucking like weird monsters.
I watched those ads and got so hype, and then I saw people online playing the game and went, what the fuck is this game?
Yeah. It's like if someone tried to bridge the gap between like a horror game and Doom.
Yeah.
And just couldn't do it. No, they were like, it's gonna look like a horror game, but it's going to play like Doom. Yeah. Or like a shittier, slower Doom.
No, but I mean like the Gears of War trailer was like him walking through the town. It's like, all around me are familiar
and then he sees some enemies and he's like by himself and he like dives through a window.
Then he picks up like a doll off the floor and you're like, oh my god, this game's gonna make me bawl my fucking eyes out. It looks
honestly
incredible.
If you did come to care about the characters, there is a lot of sad moments in the game. It's
in
just
the first one. Really?
In the second. When Dom
well, wasn't that the ad for the first one, or am I
that
wrong?
Was the ads. I think the ads for all of them, for 1, 2, and 3, all stellar. They're all great.
I feel like, to me personally, as like the guy who was like, oh, this looks sick, and then like watching the gameplay and going, oh, this is just you shoot things. This is a shoot thing.
Yeah,
game.
it's just a shoot thing. No, I played through Gears 1 with my stepbrother, and we beat that game because it's what we had, and we played through it constantly. Like we beat that game on Insane before we even like knew what that video games had difficulty. Because before that we were playing like Ratchet and Clank had difficulty. Jak and Daxter.
Jak and Daxter had difficulty.
Didn't have difficulty setting.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, we played like Halo.
It just gets hard.
Yeah, that's how games should be.
Yeah.
Fucking go off on that forever.
Yeah.
Tell me how hard you want the game to be, or have a normal mode and then a piss baby easy mode for the story. Yeah. Story mode, regular mode. And actually, story mode, all you do is they just buff your character super hard.
Yeah.
Like, give me a weapon that will one-shot pretty much everything for most of the game, and then give me enough armor that I pretty much have to never worry about dying. But don't fucking, like... I hate a hardest difficulty. I fucking hate Yakuza's Legend mode.
Yeah.
Because not only does it take away the quick save, it takes away the quick save.
Yeah.
You do less damage. They do more damage. Why can't it be I do the same damage, they do more?
Yeah, I mean, no difficulty mode is ever going to beat the Heaven or Hell mode.
Yeah. Or... I think what they should do...
Every fucking game needs a Heaven or Hell mode.
Where you either...
You die in one hit, but so does everything else, including bosses.
What's Hell or Hell? Is it still everyone dies?
Hell or Hell is you die in one hit, and everybody else is as hard as the highest difficulty.
Oh, fuck that. I can't play Devil May Cry on DMD. That sucks. Son of Sparta is the last good way to play that game.
Enemies take as much hits as Son of Sparta or DMD, but it's one or the other.
In DMD, they get super armor all the time.
It's one or the other. It's Hell or Hell is killer. I don't know how people do it.
It's those guys, like, I don't want to fucking do some combo shit that lasts like 30 minutes per engagement.
Yeah.
I want to just fucking play the game. You want to
have little combo, big combo, actual boss fight where you're probably not going to do a lot of combo.
Yeah. I want to have like character, I just like beat up a couple guys, move on. And then it's like, oh shit, there's a mini boss, like fucking Queen Ampusa or some shit.
Yeah.
Or Fury. Like, I'm fine with that. Wait, is Fury the teleporting dickhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, him. I fucking hate Hell Adjudicators, though. That guy can die. Because he teleports when you knock him on his ass. Anyways, I'm not talking about Devil May Cry anymore.
We talk about that game too much.
Because it's so good. I also played it last night.
It's fucking great.
I was just drunk at my computer and like no one was saying anything. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to play Devil May Cry and you guys can watch.
That's dope.
And they did. And I actually, unintentionally, I was on the mission with Dante when he gets the Dr. Faust. And I made everyone watch that.
Nice.
Yeah. And I was telling him, do you ever see that clip of the guy who's just like, I don't even know if it's edited, if it's some other game he's talking about, where he's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on in this game. This game's so confusing. And then he sees he sees the hat like flip on his head. He's like, what the fuck is this shit? And then Dante starts dancing and he just like throws his headset off and just walks away.
God damn it.
Also, if you think DMC is the weirdest game around, don't fucking play Yakuza.
Don't fucking play Kingdom Hearts, baby.
Yeah, sure. But like
there's a part in Kingdom Hearts 2 where a rock falls on Goofy and everybody thinks he's dead, and then right after that is the hypest shit in the fucking game.
Was he pick it up or something?
No, he's like, it's like rock falls on Goofy, it hits his head, he's like, oh, and everybody's like, no, Goofy, you're dying. And then it's like, Goofy's like,
oh,
no,
gosh.
actually, I'm okay. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, you walk out into another room and you're like, all right. There's 1,000 Heartless all around you, an army, and you do just a giant fight where you're just going fucking ham.
Yeah.
And then later in the same area is where the secret boss against Sephiroth is.
Man, you know what sucks? Whenever I watch someone play a video game that I think I'm good at, and then I watch them, I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Like, never with fighting games, but because everyone's better than me.
Well, yeah, everybody's better. Like,
yeah.
It's just life.
But I was watching some guy, he does like these like highlight clips of like Yakuza.
Yeah.
And he played through Yakuza 0, then he was playing through 1, and he showed his finale for 1 was him finishing up Majima's stuff.
Yeah.
And man hit like the tiger drop every fucking time. Like, no, not even, he's just like, yeah, whatever, then just boom, hits him.
Just bop, 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 baby.
Tiger drop is fucking hard to hit. Even with like the mastery and Yakuza 6, it's like still, goddamn.
Yeah, man. For sure. Those games can be hard.
Yeah. But, you know, I wish their legend mode was actually you took more damage, but you couldn't heal in the middle of battle. Let me keep my autosaves, though. The only thing stopping me from...
That's too hard.
You think so?
That's too hard. You need that.
Or just get good.
No, you need health. The thing with Yakuza is... Though combat's not good enough that you can go through and just not get hit, there are hits you just need to take.
Yeah, especially in like the Dragon Engine where it's just like, yep, they can just do
especially in the
shit.
Dragon Engine.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you're just getting
But I don't know. I'd rather have a you can't heal yourself thing, or like, I don't know, maybe healing items just affect you less.
Or just have the inventory management that they had before.
Oh, or you can only carry around one bento box at a time, or like one thing at a time would be brutal.
Well, yeah, because in the Dragon Engine games, you can carry way more shit.
Yeah, you have a fucking invisible
you
backpack.
carry like 10 of everything.
Yeah.
Whereas in the originals, it's like you got a grid.
Resident
you can only
Evil.
carry
Yeah.
certain number of things. Speaking of Sony news, they also announced certain things about Ghost of Tsushima. Just a couple real quick things.
What is it?
Jin is the only playable character.
Cool.
There are 3 difficulty modes only. And
Give me 0 difficulty modes.
And there's no karma system.
Okay, good. That's karma system's not kind of an old thing to bring up.
Yeah, well, it was in their last game. Because all the infamous games
Oh,
are based
yeah,
on the
yeah,
karma
yeah.
system.
But I mean, like, karma systems were like the hot shit and like
The Xbox 360 days?
Yeah, Xbox 360, PS3 days, where it's like, well, Infamous had it, fucking Mass Effect had it, all the Fallout games had. Well, Fallout dropped it in Fallout New Vegas, but then Bethesda,
New Vegas, it's like
it's there is a you're a good or a bad guy sort of thing,
Yeah.
but it's hidden in the background and it's for one stat you get later on. But for Fallout 3, it was the entirety of the game. But there's a broken.
The Red Dead Redemption games both have it.
There was an achievement you could get.
What?
In Fallout 3 to hit level 30 and you either had to be pure evil or pure good. But when you hit level 30, you could fucking pick up this like a perk that you unlocked at level 30 that would either make you pure good or pure bad. So I created a save file at like level 29 right when I got like, and then killed a guy and got the level.
Yeah.
And so I just picked the perk and I got like, that's a free 100 gamer score. Think about your games, guys.
But what else has karma system that's more modern? Like I said, Red Dead Redemption 2 has it. Outer
That's
Worlds
a morality
does it.
system.
Well, it's the same shit. Morality and karma is the same shit.
No. Yeah, it is. Well, morality is based off of the morals of the people, like how in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can like brutally kill a white supremacist in that game, and no one cares, and you don't lose anything. But that's kind of bad karma to just murder someone.
Well, no, it's very morality. Like it's also like that Red Dead Redemption 2 is a weird game in the way it's the morality system in that game is so fucking dumb because it barely changes the ending, and the entire game is so leading you to be the good one.
Yeah.
Because it's like so hard to be the bad one, and why would you want to? It's annoying. Like, why is it even a fucking feature?
If you think it's cool to be an asshole in a game where you have the utmost power to be a good person, go fuck yourself.
Well, like, it's not even fun like in Infamous. Like, in Infamous, it's fun
I don't know,
to
I
do
felt-
both. And both stories are interesting. Especially in 2.
If they ever put, like, a collection
Yeah.
like on the PS4 or something.
Infamous Collection, PS5, baby.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's 1, 2, and
Second Son.
3. And maybe also... Well, it's the third in the series, but it's not the third game.
It's 3.
Is it 3?
Yeah.
And then you could also have First Light.
Festival of Blood and First Light, yeah.
Festival of Blood was you could... Fuck.
Festival of Blood was a
Infamous
downloadable, like a fully downloadable game.
Which First Light was.
Yeah, it's but for Infamous too.
Yeah. First Light was cool. It was... I liked how it told a kid... The one interesting character...
Festival of Blood is so fucking dumb, but I love it.
Fucking... Okay, did you play First Light?
No, I didn't. I didn't beat Second Son.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even beat it once.
Oh, you should. Come on, man. I beat it fucking 5 times in the week you lent it to me.
Yeah, I just didn't like it as much as the other ones.
I don't know. I think you should go through it. I think that game has really bad, like... Oh, Fable.
Oh, Fable's great.
Yeah. Fable has is the start of the
morality system being as big as it is.
Yeah, but the morality
as
system in
simple
Fable
as it
is
is.
also fucking dumb.
Yeah. It's very simple.
The
but-
only one that's like actually kind of a rough decision is at the end of Fable 2.
where it's like save your family and dog.
Save your dog and your sister, or save all the people who died building the tower.
Yeah, save everybody else, or $1 million.
Yeah, and that money is not worth it because you can cheese renting.
I didn't the first, so I played through that game like 3 times.
Oh well, yeah, same
the
because I wanted the achievements, and the
Yeah.
game's not that long when you
Yeah.
really boil it down.
The $1 million one I liked because I never cheesed the rent. I couldn't figure it out because everybody else was like, "Oh, this is how you do it," and I was like, "I don't know how to do it."
It's time traveling. Like,
Yeah, it's a time travel situation.
Yeah.
So I couldn't figure out how to do it, but yeah, I got the $1 million and bought the castle.
Yeah. Wait, there was a castle?
Yeah, you can buy an entire castle.
I probably did. I just can't remember.
Oh,
I just rented out
there was some shit in the basement, and it's like an entire quest line.
I probably did it then.
I think
Wait,
the
in Fable
canonical ending is that you did get the castle.
You get the castle because the
kids.
king who dies in Fable 3 is you. Is
Yeah.
your character from Fable 2, which sucks. I don't like the idea of you, especially if you were a good character, that you have these 2 sons and they're both shitheads.
No, one's a shithead, the other one's not.
The other one has a choice of being a shithead.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I think the story is supposed to be that he's not.
Well,
And then you do good karma things that are bad at the end of that game, which is interesting. But
Yeah.
again, if you cheese out the money, then you just do all the good guy decisions.
I fucking hate Mass Effect by the end. Like, Mass Effect 3, everyone's harped on this shit, but them going, like, not explaining that the Reapers were indoctrinating you.
That's still a fan theory.
But at the end of the game, it's like a fan theory that's almost confirmed. Well, like, the biggest thing is that at the end of the game, the blue option, which is the classic Paragon option, was to leave the Reapers alive. It's just that you become the mind controlling them now. Mm-hmm. Red, and then evil was to destroy everything. Because the red one also destroyed all the Mass Effect relays, so you would strand people. So they thought that was the bad option.
I think that's just the writers being dumb. And then there's a neutral one, and then there's a 4th one where that they added later where you just shoot the kid in the face.
Yeah, and then the neutral one was also only unlockable if you played their fucking multiplayer mode enough.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I didn't.
You
hear
had
that
to,
part
or
of it.
you had to have.
I never touched that multiplayer mode because I was like, why would I play multiplayer mode?
Did you get the neutral one?
No, I didn't beat that game.
You know the
I
map.
got to Earth.
You know the map you could like look at, and there was like regions and they had like a percentage on them, but it never went higher than 50%.
Yeah.
That you raise that percentage by playing the multiplayer.
multiplayer co-op bullshit. That's dumb.
And the multiplayer co-op
that's
stuff.
like how fucking Deus Ex Mankind Divided is half of a fucking game.
People always also talk shit like, oh, EA's a bad company because they flubbed the ending of Mass Effect 3. No, EA's a bad company because that game is littered with loot boxes.
Yeah.
The multiplayer, it's fucking brutal. If you want to have like
also EA's a bad
time,
company. Probably, I think they rushed out Mass Effect 3.
They did, yes. They rush out every game they make now.
They fucked over Dead Space 2 or Dead Space 3 rather.
They fucked over Titanfall.
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 1 and 2.
Yeah, well, Titanfall 1 I don't think they fucked over.
Titanfall 1 is an unfinished game.
Oh.
It is a multiplayer only game.
Oh, fuck. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Titanfall 2, they decided to put in a story mode that was...
has one of the best for single player modes in a fucking first person shooter, period.
Yeah. The only reason, like...
Buy Titanfall 2, it goes on sale down to like $2 all the fucking time.
Yeah, but I don't open up Origin, and that's the problem. It's only on Origin.
It's on console.
Yeah, but I don't want to play first person shooters on console.
But it's got parkour stuff.
I still would rather play with it on keyboard and mouse.
Okay, but
if the game has a first person mode, I play it on keyboard and mouse. Even third person, I play keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
You know how fucking much more
consoles like Nathan, buy Titanfall 2. It's usually $2. It like costs nothing.
It was also free. Like
it was free at one point.
Yeah.
Play that fucking game. It's incredible. I paid like full price for that game.
Yeah.
I was
for a game that you weren't going to play the multiplayer on.
Well, no, I was like, I'll play it, but I did for a little bit, but I just loved that main campaign, and I was like, I'm happy with what I got. I played through it like 5 times. Yeah, it was fucking great. Great game. If you like the good Call of Duty single players, this is like that, but 10 times better.
But I don't know. Call of Duty's just not political, so I don't really...
Call of Duty expressly chooses... It's like the fucking Ubisoft thing where they're like, don't worry, the game's not political. You know this game Destiny 2 about a Washington D.C. that's taken down
Division 2.
Fuck, Division 2. They're the same fucking bullshit. Same kind of game.
Yeah, I guess. Same kind of game, but I'm very upset that you just said that.
Division 2, that game that's about fucking Washington D.C.'s down because it had a bad leader during a pandemic. And like
wild. Also, they killed a black guy. There was a bunch of riots, and instead of saying, hey man, maybe we should search for the injustice and root out that shit, he was like, when the looting starts, the shooting starts.
That's what the Division 2 is about. And they're about a secret cabal of undercover government agents.
The cabal? You mean from Destiny 2?
Ian, shut the fuck up. I don't care.
The cabal are the worst enemy in Destiny 2.
Ian, the entire planet's gonna explode in Destiny 2, okay?
Fucking Titan is the worst planet.
Or Mercury or something.
Yeah, whatever. Also a shitty planet. Everything about Mercury sucks ass.
Do you want to hear about something that does suck ass?
Yeah.
So I was super hype on fucking Thursday or Wednesday. It was Wednesday. A game came out that I was hyped to play.
Yeah.
That game, Phantasy Star Online 2.
Oh yeah, with them titties.
That game looks sick. It's too bad that when I fucking that it's tied to the fucking Windows 10 store.
Oh yeah, and they botched it.
And they botched it. And while some people managed to get in the game, mine I have to keep re-downloading the exe, which launches into an installer, which the installer crashes every time after 3 seconds, so I can't even fucking play the game. I was like, this is bullshit. I was like, I'm happy to play free to play. I don't mind waiting where Xbox One players got it first. I'll play it on the PC. The game's fucking 8 years old. How did they botch this bad? It's on every console in Japan. It's on PS4, it's on Switch, it's on PC, it's on fucking Xbox. How the fuck did they fuck this up?
Are you sure it's on Xbox in Japan?
Yeah, maybe not.
Because that's the funny thing. Monster Hunter World is available on Xbox, not in Japan.
That's funny. That's stupid.
Well,
Why would you make the port and not release it back home?
I don't know, because maybe there's some localization things that you have to have tethered into the port, and they just didn't think it was worth the time.
Fair enough.
But also, no one owns an Xbox in Japan. That's why.
Yeah. But yeah, PSO2, I really wanted to play it. It's Devil May Cry Monster Hunter, but it's an MMO. But like you have small parties of usually 1 to 4.
Devil May Cry Monster Hunter, you mean God Eater?
It's like better God Eater.
Yeah, anything. Everything is better God Eater.
God Eater's pretty good.
Yeah, well...
It's just like Monster Hunter, but not the newest one.
Would you like God Eater, but it's Dark Souls? Code Vein.
Yeah. God Eater 3 was done by a new company inside Bandai, though.
Okay.
Called the first developer, which is made up of Excavia and Art Plus and one of the other ones.
Wait, they're called First Developer?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they were the first. Don't at me. Well, who was the first developer? This company that started in 2015.
Yeah. So not the people who did the first God Eater, just 3.
Yeah, but they're the first video game developer.
Yeah,
ever to exist.
This company that was founded in 2018 or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bunch of ex people from Kavia. Kavia's cool, and so are the other places. It's like people who worked on good games like Drakengard and Nier and Lost Odyssey and Blue Dragon. You loved Blue Dragon, right, Ian?
Never played it.
It's your favorite game.
uh,
It's Dragon Quest
I'm
without
just-
the Dragon Quest.
I can't be a Resident Evil fan with everything. Fans of games. I'm a fan of games I don't play. It's like Persona fans.
Yeah. I'm a real Persona fan. I've played 3 through 5.
It's fucking weird that Persona 1 is called Persona 3. Isn't that odd?
Name one person who played fucking Persona 1. And by
Everyone
the way,
in Persona Hell who insists that they're good games, but guess what? They're fucking old.
Well, here's the thing. If you're an American and you've played Persona 1, you're a fucking liar. You have not played Persona 1. You've played you've either played the PSP port, or you've played a fucking game that's bullshit as hell, which is Revelations Persona on the PS1. That game is bullshit. They changed it to take place in America, and they put one of the characters was changed to black, and it's literally like the same anime picture, but they blackfaced him. It's so weird. It's so weird. It's such a strange
Just put black
choice.
people in video games. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they just
Even
took
in Western games, whenever I see black people, I'm like, this doesn't look like a black dude.
yeah, this doesn't look like a real person.
Yeah.
They don't know somebody like this.
Can't wait for that one black guy in Guilty Gear to kill all of Japan. Do you think the game's going to be banned in China now?
Yeah. But good. That's the sign of a good Guilty Gear.
Or they have a fucking they have a skin they have a skin that just makes him look like Kisuke's older brother.
No, no. In China,
because there is
China,
like
all games get banned if you have to do pretzel motions because the president can't do them. Because the president only plays Smash.
Fuck off. I think Smash is banned as well.
Oh yeah, you're right. Women.
Yeah, women they're some of the most powerful characters in the game.
Bayonetta.
Yeah. Also furries. They don't want that shit in China. That's why Sonic Fox is banned, and only that's why.
Only that reason.
Skullgirls is banned now.
Skullgirls is banned. Well, also Wooly.
No, well,
Skullgirls too.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah, he's in the background.
Yeah.
Or was that an update they put out for
that was back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, it's him and Matt. They're like
Matt, yeah.
It's their Skullgirls. It's Skullgirls baby outfits.
Skullgirls launch party 2011 to still going.
Yeah. Well, it's their first year at Evo.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. Skullgirls, cool ass game. I'm fucking bad at it.
Dude,
every single time I play 6-button fighters, I'm immediately
go soft.
No, I'm immediately like, God damn! I wish I had a fight stick.
I wish I was good.
No, I'm fine with being bad as long as I can learn. It's just that fucking it's too much.
Yeah,
for these 3 fingers.
Yeah, I want a fight stick for Guilty Gear Strive.
I
think that's gonna be a 6-button.
No, it's 4.
That's 4?
Guilty Gear's already 4.
Guilty
Well, it's 5. It's the face buttons, and then there's dust.
Yeah. The Guilty Gear's 5 button. Well, it's sort of considered... It's very 6-button-like, though. So I think it gets sorted into the 6-button pile a lot.
Yeah, but
4
it's...
buttons like Mortal Kombat.
The 4 buttons on the face is like what you need for your combos.
Yeah.
It's just that if you want to catch someone, like if they're guarding a lot, you can try and dust them.
And I want to say Blaze Blue is...
Blaze Blue is like a fucking 1 button. They have auto combos in that.
You're talking about...
I am
not
talking...
Blaze Blue.
That's cross tag. That's my bad. No, cross tag uses square, triangle, and circle. And X is character switch.
It's a 3-button game?
Yeah. And also the circle is a overhead that's pretty hard to block. But it's also, if you press circle, it'll probably take away, if you get hit by it, probably take away a quarter of your health. If you press circle again when this like thing flashes, about 33%. So you can do a real quick...
That's why people hate cross tag.
That game is really fucking fun though.
Yeah.
Like you can hate it all you want, but every single time I get drunk, I want to play that game. It's incredibly fun.
Yeah,
It's also the closest thing you're getting to a Persona fighting game for a while.
I mean, we had those 2 really good ones.
4 and Ultimax?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one has all the characters from 4 and Ultimax.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's just...
If someone from 5 shows up during this new season of
it means they're making a
Crosstag,
P5A.
They fucking better.
Yeah, I mean,
just make a new Persona fighter
anyway.
that puts the best fighters from Persona 4 in there.
Well, I would assume that if they're going to do P5A, they'll do what like P4U did and carry over characters from the old one. What was cool is they tried to make... So the arena games are canon, by the way.
Yeah.
And so the P3 characters showing up, unlike Persona Q and shit, where it's like, oh, it's a mid-quel, it's like, or time travel. It's like, the Q games, it's time travel and everyone forgets.
Yeah.
Which is dumb. But, no, in P4...
Wait, Q. Okay, Q is the chibi ones for the 3DS.
Yeah. But
which Chris played all of them.
The arena ones, it's canon. So all the characters from P3 that show up in P4A... Because P4A takes place after P4, everybody from 3 is aged up. Like, so their character designs are tweaked to look they're older because they're in their early 20s instead of they're in their teens.
So how is Makoto there?
Huh?
Main character of 3.
The main character of 3?
Yeah.
Isn't in...
He's not?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. He goes on a vacation at the end of 3, and he says he won't be back for a while.
He's
so
gone forever.
He moves to America.
If you watch the opening, it says... If you watch the opening of...
He went to a farm up north.
Well, the opening movie of Persona 3 says Memento Mori, which means, remember, one day you'll go on a vacation to America and never come back.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it means.
That's what Memento Mori means.
You know what's actually... I will spoil P5 about Akechi in a second.
Yeah.
I still am apprehensive to say anything about the culprit in P4.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, don't say anything about
because the culprit is fucking cool.
It's not
Akechi
obvious.
is a bitch.
Yeah.
I wish Akechi stayed dead.
Oh, in Royal, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you don't, but then you don't
gotten
get
that
to
far.
fix some other bullshit.
I haven't gotten that far because I haven't played Royal in forever for whatever reason.
I gotta finish it. I think Chris finished it. I didn't.
Still, yeah, Chris finished it. Like he said, he posted 160 hours.
Yeah, fucking. I don't know how. I'm at 80, and I'm like up at the end, and I've done everything.
Oh shit!
But I guess, yeah, I did skip a lot more of the cutscenes, but I feel like that's not 80 additional hours.
He might have done more like side shit.
I did all the side shit.
I don't know.
I'm just
maybe you grinded more.
I've just since I platinumed Persona 5.
You've gotten really good at it.
Oh, I knew my routes. I knew what to do already.
Yeah.
Don't go to Mementos whenever you wait till you have like 4 side missions.
Yeah.
The big mistake I made this run and in future Persona games I shouldn't do is I max out Ryuji too much, like too fast.
Yeah.
When you max out like the early game confidants, like immediately, like I ignored Anne for Ryuji. So you get to a point where you're just like, I don't have anyone to max out anymore. And I have free time, but all my social stats are good enough that I don't have anything to do. So then I start to panic. It's around August all the time when that happens to me. Like post Futaba's palace. Yeah. I'm like, oh fuck man. What do I do? This is gonna be a perfect run, and then it always ends up being a perfect run.
That's good. Yeah, I've still never perfected it because I only played it the once, and now I'm playing it a second time, and I've fallen off of it like crazy.
Oh yeah, because you've done it all.
Yeah, like I like the new stuff, but it's like I don't know.
I like the way the combat works. I think everything's more fun. Okamura's palace is worse than ever.
Oh wow, all the other ones became better mostly.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yep.
They made the worst one worse.
Yeah, they made his fucking boss fight the worst.
That sucks.
His boss fight is harder than what's his name?
The bad guy.
Yeah, Shido. Yeah, he fucking that man. Okumura's boss fight is. I don't remember how it worked in the old one in P5 anymore because it's it's blending. You know how he summoned a bunch of those guys and you had to kill them? When he summoned the big guys, did you have to kill them both at the same time? All 4 of them at the same time?
I don't remember. It was in 2017.
They'll do their termination order, which is like a big hit almighty attack. And you can only dodge it and block it. But if you don't kill all of them at the same time before one of them detonates,
aren't you glad that I talked you and Chris into getting that game?
They all respawn. It is so awful, and you have to keep redoing it. I did that boss. You know how there's a timer for that boss fight? It's 30 minutes. You have 30 minutes to finish one boss fight. I fucking failed.
Jeez, man.
And then on the second time, I was like, ailments, I'm just destroying them. I think I pulled out one of the overpowered personas, like, fuck this.
Yeah. Pull out Messiah.
Yeah. Also, the fucking grinding in P5R, I don't know if you got this far, is really easy. Because if you use your
in
third
Mementos,
eye,
you can get the EXP up and shit.
you can also get it. You can get EXP up. You know how, remember that like ambush thing you could do where you would like instantly take their mask?
Yeah.
If all you do is if you run at them, like hold R2 and drive at them or run past them, you'll do an instant kill, take their mask, get the money and the XP.
Holy shit.
So all you do, all I did at the end of the game was I was at like level 70. I would just drive around a floor where they were all green to me and just crash into them, get their XP, and just do that, like do rounds and just keep getting it. I got to like level 90 before I beat the game.
Damn.
Well, I got to level 75 because I didn't want to. I didn't think I needed to grind because it's not that hard, and honestly, it's not. I beat the original final boss without getting an ailment, and that dude does nothing but inflict ailments on you. Because if you get there's a persona called Yoshitsune.
Yeah.
Fucking OP.
Nope, that's a different one. Never mind. But yeah, man, Persona's cool.
Yeah. I wish I could play the old one somehow.
Well,
I think I'm just gonna emulate 4 at this point.
Well, emulate 3 first.
But isn't
3 is
maybe because if I go back far enough,
because if you jump back to 4, you're gonna be like, wow, I'm missing all these things, but have these other things, and then you're gonna jump back to 3 and be like, oh, I have even fewer things. If you jump back to 3 and then go to 4, 4 will be an upgrade.
Yeah. So I go back to when they're super bad. It's like my jump from Yakuza Kiwami 2 to fucking Yakuza 3. And it's like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah. But it's better than if you had gone from Kiwami 2 to like 5 and then 3 and then 4.
Yeah.
Right? Or 5, 4, 3. Because then you'd be like losing shit over and over instead of lose and then gain.
Yeah. I fucked up the mic stand.
How bad did you broke it?
I didn't break it. It's just I unscrewed the thing. Wait, is this to the right or is this to the right? I'm so bad at tightening things. Got it.
Okay.
I had to fucking. So when I was at my sister's, I had to take apart like an IKEA bed.
Yeah.
So that's already bad. IKEA number 1, but it had like these fucking It had these small holes. You had to get an Allen key in. And then turn an Allen key like screw in there, but you could only go like, and had to keep readjusting. And then I thought I had to take the whole fucking thing out. Turns out I just had to take it out a bit, and then I could raise the fucking thing. But yeah, it was bad.
Damn.
All right, so we did like one news story.
Yeah.
Oh, we did the wholesome.
We did all the news stories. And then
Oh my god, what a nightmare.
And then we did Last of Us, and then we did the Use of Tsushima, and then I was talking about PSO2, which is part of my week, I guess. So what do you have for your week?
I've been playing Terraria.
Okay.
Like, that game is really cool. Like, that's...
Yeah, we talked about it a little
It's
bit
hard.
last
That game's fucking impossible solo, though. Like,
Oh, yeah?
So what it does is bosses will just sometimes spawn on you, and it's like a 10% chance when it turns to nighttime, because you usually only fight bosses at night. So I had a fucking boss spawn on me called the Destroyer. It is a giant worm that shoots probes at you that then shoot lasers at you. So it's a fucking worm boss where touching it does like 100 damage to you. You have 400 health if you're at max health. 400, which is at one point max health. I think you can go to 500.
Okay. You were saying before last week, if I remember correctly, you said you were playing on normal and the game was very easy.
Yes, and then I got to hard mode, which is the normal hard mode. But that was when I was playing with friends.
Oh.
Where my friends are busy. Like, one of them has things like a funeral.
Damn.
So they were playing fucking Heroes of Hammer, watching Minecraft Dungeons. So
Minecraft Dungeons, who the fuck is that game for?
I don't know, but 3 people in my Discord were playing it, and they seem to all enjoy it.
It's a Diablo clone in Minecraft, but it's not as like... It's not technical enough to be Diablo. Like, it's not...
It's more technical than Minecraft, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought Minecraft's, like, incredibly technical and expects a lot out of you.
For crafting, but, like, it does have the grindy stuff. Like the grindy Diablo stuff where it's like, ooh, you kill things, you get items, instead of Minecraft where it's... You go searching through fucking, like, holes until you find diamonds, and then you can open up the game for real. Like, that's what I don't like about Minecraft, is diamonds is the end all, and then everything else past that is just buffing it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It's not as fun. Where fucking Terraria,
keeps expanding.
It keeps expanding. You for the first best thing you can get is platinum, and then when you beat the game on hard mode, when you beat the game, it goes to hard mode. Now there's fucking orichalcum and fucking cobalt, and the highest I can get right now is titanium or adamantite.
Nice.
Like, there's just more things to do, and also you get actual, like, cool weapons from bosses or other ways. It's not just a sword that you made with the stuff. Like, there's...
So Minecraft Dungeons, though, just... Out of the 3 Minecraft games, how would you rank this one?
Number 2.
Number 2?
Minecraft Dungeons, and then what? Minecraft...
Story mode.
Yeah, Minecraft Story mode.
You'd say this is better than story mode?
Yes. It's better than story mode, not as good as base Minecraft.
Okay.
Because it's just a Diablo clone using a Minecraft skin. Nothing inside of it is Minecraft.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, why would you care? It's not... I've heard it's not deep enough to be Diablo. That's what everybody says.
It's baby's
like,
first Diablo.
It's baby's first Diablo, but like...
But Diablo also had difficulty settings, so, like, Diablo is baby's first Diablo.
Well, also, like, Diablo's old, and
it's old, and it's kind of dead.
That's what I keep hearing, is like, somehow this new game isn't as good as the one that's like old and busted.
Like, nothing's as good as Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Diablo 3 is not even as good.
Yeah, but I mean, like, people are saying this isn't
Were
Diablo
they making
3
a new
even.
expansion for Diablo 3, or was that something else?
No, they're just doing Diablo 4.
Oh.
And they're doing... Remember, there was the whole Diablo mobile bullshit, and everyone got pissed
Is this
off.
an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
Yeah. And then they were like, but Diablo 4 for realsies.
Yeah.
But it was like a Metroid Prime 4 situation where it was like just the logo.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait till we get some info on that.
Yeah, I mean, I get why it's taking a while. They've thrown development out.
Well, yeah, they made like a bunch of the game and then was like, this doesn't feel like the old game. People will be mad at us. And then they
were like, let's get Retro to actually
They
do it.
rehired the old developers, which I don't know why you wouldn't do already.
Nintendo owned it anyway.
Yeah, why don't just...
They were just like, let's have Nintendo internal because Retro's doing Donkey Kong.
If the original game studio who made the shit is still alive, let them handle the IP. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if Volition is still alive anymore, but if they ever when they make a new Saints Row game, make sure fucking Volition's handling it. I don't want some other shit. Or if they made like a new Red...
Did you see the whole Saints Row the Third remastered situation?
What's up with that?
Oh, no, not bad. Good.
Okay.
It's like in the same engine, but they've upgraded it so much with like lighting, and it's like such a vast improvement. Look at the Digital Foundry thing they did. They're like, oh my god, this is the best remaster fucking ever. It looks like a different game.
How much is it selling for?
I don't know. It's probably too much for Saints
If
Row the
it's-
Third, which
if-
is
yeah.
the worst Saints Row.
Yeah, and that's it's $50.
Yeah, that's too much.
It's too much.
It's not. I mean, 4 is the better game.
Of Saints Row 3. Saints Row 2 is
Of
the best
3.
one.
Yeah, Saints Row 2 is the best. Don't get me wrong.
For games that take place in Steelport, Saints Row 4 is the best.
Saints Row 4 is better.
And Saints Row 4 also has hugely glaring issues,
Yeah,
which
no,
is you play the entire most of the game, you play with superpowers, and then they're like, time to go save a crew member,
time
no
to go do a
superpowers.
mission with no superpowers.
And also,
You're
I feel like they
"Fuck
realized
this."
that. I think they realized that after you saved, I don't know, whichever row. I think Matt, where you save him with
Matt Mercer?
Yeah, you get a fucking robot suit.
Oh yeah.
Where they keep saying it's a fucking robot, and then Kinsey's like, actually, it's a mech, and he's like, it's a fucking robot. And then even Matt, who is supposed to be like the technical nerd that Kinsey is, she's like, it's a fucking robot. Yeah, I love that joke
Also-
that only dudes care about, like robots and mech suits. That's like that's an ongoing joke in One Piece,
Yeah.
where like Frankie is a robot man, and every single time like he shows up, all like the three childish characters, Luffy, Usopp, and Chopper, are like, oh shit. But then Nami and Robin are just standing there like,
You didn't.
anyways.
You did not work that in organically, you piece of shit. I know you're sitting there smug.
Well,
like,
here's the thing.
Oh, I fit
We-
in a fucking One
We
Piece
almost
reference
we
this
almost
week.
missed it last week, but you know who brought it up last week?
It was me.
You,
Yeah.
because of that guy. What's it fucking called? Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I threw you a bone last
Yeah,
week.
you
and
saved my
this is
ass because
how
I
you
fucking
read.
forgot. I was so deep on the euphoria of being in person that I was like, oh shit.
Ugh, fuck.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Anyway, Saints Row 4.
yeah, but then after that mission,
Yeah, you just have superpowers in the real world.
it's just that you pick people. You would do like a thing where you save them in the virtual world, virtual Steelport, and then you would just get them back.
Yeah.
And then got out of hell. That was a fun game.
Yeah, but it's not good.
Where Saints Row 4
and it's
was
lame,
Saints Row
and
4.
it was created just to lead into Agents of Mayhem.
No, I think they just accidentally did that. Because there is canon. There's like 3 canon endings.
The canon ending's the cop one.
No, there's more than that. There's other ones. I think one of the canon endings is actually just you free the boss, but Gat stays in hell.
No, because Gat's in Agents of Mayhem.
No, but there's one of the endings that they considered to be canon. There's like 8 endings, and like a couple of them are canon. The Agents of Mayhem one became the most canon one. But also the 2 of the characters that are in the Agents of Mayhem one don't show up in Agents of Mayhem.
Oh.
Kinsey and Pierce are in the Agents of Mayhem, and they're supposed to be like Gat's detectives, because Gat's like a lieutenant in the
Cop ending?
in the cop ending, which I think is a cool concept. Gat's a bit too much of a fucking bloodthirsty psychopath but the implications is that he is like some rogue lieutenant who's like going around and picking up ne'er-do-wells so he can have his crew back. So like Kinsey and Pierce were people on the street that he brought in, and then the boss, the player character, was the one he was searching for all along. And I was like, that's so cool that he like they had this
Yeah.
reality rewritten, and he was like, but I'm gonna get my friends back.
Yeah. Still is a shitty game. It's bad.
It really felt like it was a DLC for Saints Row 4, and it really feels like a stretched out DLC. Where
Yeah.
Saints Row 4
I was
was a
talking-
DLC for 3.
But it got actually stretched out into a full gooder game than 3.
Because the base concept was
Yeah.
pretty much a full game inside of Saints Row
Yeah.
3. But then
I think it sucks that it's the same city as 3.
what, for 4? Yeah, but 2 has the same city as 1. They just have minor changes, just like how they do in 4.
I thought 2 was more significantly different.
There a lot of things changes, like it's less inner city, more suburbs, and a lot of areas. And then there's also they changed it into an island.
Oh, yeah, no, but I mean, yeah, there's more map changes. Like, in 4, it's literally the same map.
Yeah, but with like some towers thrown around.
Like, between 1 and 2, they're 2 different maps, but they're the same city.
Yeah. 4 is just the best Crackdown game.
Yeah, 4 is the best Crackdown game.
Yeah, I played Crackdown 3. That game sucked.
Yeah.
Because remember...
Also, they got rid of the subplot. I heard.
Man, that plot at the end of fucking Crackdown 2 was so exciting, the concept. Because you're a fucking cop.
Yeah.
And being a cop sucks.
Well, yeah, because, like...
Let me be a
Crackdown
kind-hearted
2,
renegade.
Crackdown 2, or Crackdown 1 and 2, both have, like, sort of hidden collectibles that tell you the story where you're the bad guys.
Yeah, you live in a police state and you're the super soldier keeping everyone under wraps. The gangs aren't good either, though, so you're not like, it's not like you're crushing the resistance, but at the end of 2, a woman steals your hand.
Yeah.
Well, because there was like, at the end of 2, I don't know who started the zombies. They implied it was the resistance, but I think they were also like, oh shit.
So it was like it turned out the scientist that supposedly did it was actually trying to cure it because it was like some bullshit thing caused by the agency or whatever.
That makes sense. And then there's like some helicopter at the end that was going to destroy something. It was like really dumb. Like they were going to destroy the thing that was going to disperse the cure or something. So they make you throw your character's corpse because you're a brainless robot. You're a fucking cop. You throw your corpse, your hand, you take down the thing, but you lose your hand in the propellers. But somehow you lose your hand in the propeller. It ends up in the cockpit of the person flying it. They take your hand and then they start cloning you.
Oh shit.
So it's like an implication that Crackdown 3 was going to be this one where like the agency was the villain.
Where they finally like came back with that. That's cool. No, so the actual real thing at the ending was like the thing the agency was trying to spread wasn't actually the cure. It was like a mind control thing.
Oh fuck. But yeah, they totally dropped that. Went with a completely.
I'm Terry Crews.
And also, Terry Crews would have been cool if they replaced, or if they made him like, you know, the director, like the guy who's always talking to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If they replaced him with Terry Crews, or Terry Crews was like a story character who talked to you a lot,
or he was like another cop,
but instead he's just a player character you have, and if you don't want to play as Terry Crews, you don't get to hear him.
That's lame.
And also they started giving them like character abilities. So
they made it just like Agents of Mayhem.
Yeah, except Agents of Mayhem is stupid and has like...
Well, Crackdown 3 isn't good either.
Well, Agents of Mayhem has the D-little-MC problem, actually. Where you have to match things. You have to match colors. You have to match the elements.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to switch weapons for different enemies.
You didn't switch weapons. You switched between 3 characters.
That's even worse.
Yeah. And guess what? No iframes on switching, and you had to be stationary.
Oh.
Agents of Mayhem is fucking bad. And also there was RPG elements that there was like a level system, and you were always under leveled. It is a fucking horrible amalgamation of like everything I hate in video games.
I think they are working on Saints Row 4.
5.
Huh? Oh, 5, you're right.
Yeah.
Volition. Let me look it up. Because I heard like it hasn't been announced, but it was like a big rumor thing.
Well, when I searched Volition, they just hit me with Saints Row 5 as a autocomplete.
Autocomplete, baby.
Oh, they had a Bagel Wednesday.
Bagel Wednesday, baby.
Official Twitter account of Volition. Oh, a Cock Media.
Coke Media.
Damn. Is that the same guys?
No, it's not the Koch brothers.
All right, sick.
That was the big rumor with that's just the company that owns THQ Nordic.
Oh, they're also they fixed Saints Row 2 source code, so the PC version's good now.
Yeah. Untitled Saints Row game. Volition's deep in development on the game as of August 2019.
You know what? I would be fine if they brought it back to their roots, because Saints Row 4 is sick. Saints Row 3 is okay, but Saints Row 2 is amazing.
Yeah, let me see. So let me just take a look at what they've worked on. So 2006 they did Saints Row. 2008 they did 2. 2009
came out of my 13th birthday.
Really?
Yeah, it was my birthday gift.
Nice.
My dad took me to GameStop and picked it up for me.
That's dope. In 2009 they did Red Faction Guerrilla. That game's great.
Sick game.
Red Faction Armageddon in 2011.
Not that
quite
good.
so good.
Because they dropped the open worldness and it became a linear game.
It also felt like an expansion to Guerrilla, not a sequel.
Yeah.
Then they did Saints Row the Third, which is such a dumb title.
Yeah, but they always titled their things to make fun of people.
That came out like 2 or 3 months after Red Faction Armageddon, so they must have split into
A
two
team,
teams.
B team.
Yeah. That game was bad, but that's because THQ went out of business.
Yeah.
And then in 2013, Saints Row 4, published by Deep Silver, sequel to the third, and that came out 2013. And then Gat Out of Hell came out in 2015. So
Oh my god.
2 years later.
I'm actually seeing some fucking clips of the remaster right now. The
Oh,
Digital
of
Foundry
the
one.
third.
That is amazing.
Right, it looks like a different fucking
Yeah,
game.
even the first one where they showed the cutscene with that fucking dude who they played up as being the main villain, and then they kill him fucking third mission.
Yeah.
He looks completely different. The fucking porn star character looks completely different. Can't remember her name,
Sasha Grey.
but no, the actual character.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah, well, because she's a returning character.
That
That was
she came
also-
back in 4?
No, she died because canonically she dies. Because at the end of 3, you have that paramilitary organization taking over, and you can either save Sasha or Shandi. And obviously you're gonna save Shandi. Yeah.
Why wouldn't I save Shandi? She was in
That's
2.
one of those. Gears of War 5 did
like
a similar fucking thing when it's
didn't like that
would
they
you like to
changed-
save the person who's been a dick to you the whole game, or your best friend? And it's obviously my best friend. I'm not going to save Marcus's dad's grandson.
Anyway, yeah. Also, Shandi is great. The Sasha Grey is a villain for most of
when
that
they
game.
dropped Elijah Dushku and got that other voice actress, it took me a while, but by the end of Saints Row 3, I was I love this bitch so much.
I still prefer Elijah Dushku, but I also prefer older Shandi.
I liked her. Well, her character was more interesting because there's also she was a fresh character in Saints Row 2.
But they changed her so much.
She was she was just she was this fucking chick who did tons of fucking drugs. And she was had an in with the gang, one of the gangs you were trying to destroy. So you picked her up, and you're
Neil Patrick Harris tries to kill her.
yeah, Neil Patrick
And they
Harris is her
brought
shitty
both-
ex-boyfriend.
And they brought both Eliza Dushku and Neil Patrick Harris back for Saints Row 4.
That's not Elijah Dushku.
It's not?
No.
I heard it was.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, you can hear the difference. She's good though.
It's still somebody. Okay.
Elijah Dushku though, stellar.
Yeah, she's great.
My fucking favorite line in that game in Saints Row 2 is when you get high during that one of the Sons of Somni missions.
Yeah.
The best one is the default male voice, not the Cockney one. It's the one that you hear in all the trailers.
Yeah.
And he just picks up the phone high as fuck because the joke is that the boss is a lightweight.
Yeah.
You're this fucking criminal mastermind of this giant organization, but you smoke a little weed and you're fuck. So you get a bit of fucking contact high from destroying these weed dispensaries, and Shandi calls you and says, "Shandi, someone stole your voice and put you in a little box."
That is good.
Yeah, but
You
then
know
the
what?
Cockney
Okay.
one, he's just "Where the fuck are you?"
So
And
Saints
it's
Row the
"Shut
Third
up."
was the first one with Troy Baker.
Troy Baker's great.
He's great. But then Saints Row 4 has the fourth option voice. Where it's you got option 1, option 2, option 3,
Nolan North.
And that was good. And then it's remember who you are. And he's
Yeah.
remember Nolan. He just says it. It's I picked that because I was that's funny. as
I just
fuck.
think Troy Baker has the best voice. So
Yeah, but I was I can't not listen, not pay attention to that.
Yeah.
That's a good joke.
I would either I'm kind of over character creation in games, especially when if you want to make the main character as a character.
Yeah. It depends.
I
Sometimes I
did
like
you do
it. Sometimes
do you
I
do
don't.
silly characters in the Saints Row games?
When I was a kid.
I could never do it. I think they just look bad. It's either hot as fuck chick or
in
just
2.
cool dude.
In 2, as a kid, where you could set it to be the dumbest fucking shit possible. Yeah, that's fun.
Actually,
But I'd rather watch.
I
Monster
literally played
Factory
as
than
that
make it.
I played as that default black guy most of the time when I played Saints Row 2.
Oh really? No, I would
Because I think
either-
it's like Dragon Age 2. It fucking fit. It's just that character really fit in the game, and he looked like he belonged.
I would either make some crazy monster or someone who looked like me.
But, oh man, the worst thing they ever did, though, was in Saints Row 1. Thank God they dropped this. Where
I didn't play that one.
Clothing had a rep bonus on it.
Oh.
And if it was purple, you got more. So you know how you have to play activities to earn rep points, which is a pretty creative way of making you do the side content.
Yes, I've also played on Ultimate Spider-Man.
Did they do that in that as well? Did they do that first?
I don't know about first.
Okay, so you've
Maybe, right?
So
Came
you know
out in
how
2005. Yeah,
you know
I
how you
guess it
could
would've
go
been
do
first.
like one round of mayhem, and you would get like a full bar.
Yeah, like you do like one or two things. Like
You could do one whole thing of mayhem, and that's it. Not even a full thing. I'm saying like you just go in, you destroy a couple fences because for some reason fences had the most money.
yeah,
These fucking bitches. My fucking family. No one bought liquor this weekend, so I have vodka at home.
and everybody's like, "Can we use it? Can we use it? Can we use it?" Can
I
we
gave
use it?
some to my mom yesterday because she was alone, and I'm like, whatever. Yeah, you can take some vodka. And, like, I'm just gonna text my sister right now. You bitch. Sure. I have beer, so I don't need it. But
Yeah.
and I'll just make her buy me some more shit later. You know.
Yeah.
All right. So Saints Row 2.
You're saying about doing mayhem and shit.
Yeah, you just have to do like one round of mayhem, and you would have enough for a
Ultimate
mission.
Spider-Man, it's
But in
not good.
Saints
That's
Row
the worst
1
thing in that fucking game.
In Saints Row 1, if you weren't wearing the most expensive clothes, colored purple, you would have to do a bunch of rounds.
I miss. Do you know what I miss? Games where you have houses that you could customize slightly, but not a lot.
Like you could
Where
like
it'd be
upgrade
like,
it to look
you could
nicer, and then
upgrade
you
it.
could drop shit in.
You could upgrade it to like up to 5 times, and then you could like place a couple things in certain spots, but not so much where you can customize it to infinity.
Yeah, I really like Saints Row 2's.
Saints Row 2, that's what I'm
I
saying,
really
like-
like their original hideout because it was so simple.
Yeah.
You literally because
And then it gets upgraded over the story.
no okay, that's the hideout. I'm talking about your
Your
crib.
apartments that you could get, yeah.
But your first crib is next to your fucking hideout, which is the sickest shit in the world.
Yeah.
It's so close that you couldn't. That if the game was like, you know, for a lot of the game, you can't access a lot of your crib shit in your hideout. Mm-hmm. But by the end, you could. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Also, make it money based. Like, make me pay for stuff. I'd rather do that than have it story based.
Yeah.
But you could.
Well, no, I'm
but then
cool
your
with having
crib
certain
was just
things be-
a small room. There was replay missions, clothes, safe. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need all this other fucking nonsense in there.
So I'm talking about your apartments and cribs from that game where it was like you'd go in and you'd have the customization option where it would be like just regular upgrades where it would just flat upgrade the entire house.
GTA 5 actually has that as well in the online mode.
yeah.
Yeah, I bought. I have the most expensive apartment in the game in that one.
Is that the one in the casino?
I also have that.
Okay.
I got the base level of that one for free though because they just gave it to you for free for Twitch Prime, which was really cool of them because there is some missions that you couldn't access unless you had a penthouse. But
Damn.
then they got you with the next fucking update where you needed to buy an arcade.
Man, I would be interested in fucking GTA 5 Online, except fuck it.
Can your computer run it?
Huh?
Can your computer run it?
Yeah, it was free on Epic. I didn't play it. I didn't download it yet. So
Okay, but you have it. But I'm saying, can your computer this
I
one?
don't know. Probably.
Okay, should play. You should play with me. You can play with me and me, Gavin, and Ben. They have fucking 5,000 hours in that game.
It's just I didn't like fucking GTA 5.
It's but the online stuff. It's like the stuff.
Yeah.
It's playing with friends. It's more
I
fun.
see the problem.
I'm
is
sure they actually wouldn't want
I
to.
tried to
because-
play GTA Online when it came out, and it was poo garbage. And I was like, why did I wait a month
It's
for
like,
this?
well, it's
and it's trash.
It's a games as a service. All games as a service come out and they're trash.
yeah.
Name one good one.
You know what?
Is Monster Hunter World games as a service?
No.
Then no, I don't have one.
Division 1 was alright at launch.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I played it on.
Did you beat Division 1?
I didn't beat it.
Okay, well, because the real thing
There's no post game.
yeah, if there's no post game, there's nothing. But GTA 5's original launch, it was like, hey, would you like to do a bunch of small missions that they wouldn't even classify as story missions in the main story mode?
And they weren't fun.
Yeah, and also they're overpowered and you only get a pistol.
And also a bunch of shitty races.
Yeah, and the races, some guy already has a Bugatti, and you're like, well, I fucking lose.
And you want to wait 10 minutes to get into the race for it to be buggy as fuck and not be fun and not be clever at all or interesting.
Yeah, well, the races now are more fun because they put out their stunt races stuff.
Yeah, well,
They're like Mario
I've seen
Kart
all the
tracks.
custom ones and
Yeah.
shit. But like, I too watch Funhouse, Ian.
You're right. Sorry, you probably watch more Funhouse than I do now.
Probably.
I watch like every single time they put up GTA. I kind of want to watch their fucking No Idea IKEA series, but it fucking annoys me so much because in my mind, IKEA is the easiest shit in the world.
Well, yeah, it is, but have you watched the series?
Yes, I have. Some of them I'm like, that is hard, like looking at the instructions once and then having to do it, or like James can look at the instructions but he can't help. Sort of
he's
shit.
handcuffed.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I also
the lingonberry juice one where Adam is like, I'm allergic, and then he keeps doing shots of the lingonberry juice. That one to me,
the most recent one that just came out, but
the Baby Tools
saw
one.
It was Baby Tools. That one's fucking hilarious.
But it's just it's lingonberry one. I think that's fucking easy. Oh, Swedish meatball one, easy.
Well, it was the same one, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah. It was based on how many meatballs they could eat.
And then you had to take lingonberry juice so you could see the pages. Meatballs was minutes. Lingonberry juice was yeah.
Pages.
But honestly, I think I could do it solo.
I
how much time did they have to eat the meatballs?
I don't know.
Because
like
whatever
5-10 minutes.
If it's 5 minutes, I can do it. 5 minutes to eat the meatballs, and as many meatballs I eat, I get a fucking page. I can eat meatballs nonstop. That shit is great. Actually, I haven't had the IKEA ones in a long time.
Yeah, but they're like in their 30s. They'd throw up.
I'll throw up after I finish making this IKEA furniture. No, it's a fucking annoying joke in my family. It's like, yo, we bought something from IKEA. I've already called Ian about it. I put together.
I don't put together
every bed in my house has been put together by me.
The only IKEA shit I've put together is that table and chairs, and I did that with Davis. And
the table's nice. The chairs are fucked.
Well, the chairs were just bad. Like,
yeah,
IKEA is not good quality.
Actually, you should just get some screws and like really, because
it's their fine. You remember when I sat on that one and it broke?
Yeah.
That was.
Oh, is that why there's only 5 chairs and not 6?
Yeah.
That's why the gamer chairs don't do
did that?
I don't think I was here. I think I just heard about it.
Oh, I thought you were here. Maybe it was just.
No, I have a job.
The rest of it. All right, Ian.
No, okay. Well, that was when you had a job as well. It's just that I have.
Was it? I think it was right when I stopped having a job.
I don't think so. I don't know. But I work shift work and shit. So like, I'm only available on the weekends, and even then, I don't want. I don't want to hang out with this fucking loser.
Fuck you.
You ever just say things to be mean?
Yeah, Ian does. All the time.
Anyways, Saints Row. Okay. If it was Saints Row 5, I'm gonna say a full reboot because I don't think they would do 5. You can't really continue the story. What?
You don't think they'd do 5?
No, because Agents of Mayhem ruined that universe. Would you want?
Well, they could just do a different.
Would you want Daniel Day Kim to come? Or no, they do the same one, except they just act like Agents of Mayhem never happened.
No, they could just take a different ending.
I don't know. I think Gat as a cop would be pretty fun.
Yeah, but that's boring. Okay. How about this?
Yeah, because Gat's a psychopath. He needs to murder people.
Gat as a cop, but then this time now the boss and Gat are at each other's end.
Ooh, like he's
against each other. He's the Virgil. Just say he's the Virgil.
No, I'm more thinking of that fucking of Lupin the Third.
Oh, Zenigata.
Yeah, he's Zenigata, where he's constantly, or in Judgment, that fucking cop who turns out to be involved. Yeah. He's always like hounding you and like even tries to frame you at one point.
Yeah,
but like Gat. I can't remember who I argued with this about. Gat's not like a serial killer. Like he doesn't just he kills a bunch of people, but he doesn't kill them. Like he doesn't just go and beat up murder civilians. He doesn't care about the crossfire though.
Yeah, I mean, he's enough of a piece of shit to be a massive piece of shit.
Yeah,
but yeah, you could do that, or you could do Yeah, you could do it normal. I'd still want Daniel Day Kim and Gat back. I mean, they're the most recognizable thing of the franchise.
If they could, I kind of would say I'd want Elijah Dushku back.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I also like new Shondi. Maybe split them into 2 different characters.
Yeah, I'll take one or the other. I don't really care.
I would like both. I would like new Shondi, but I think if they had the opportunity to get Dushku back,
You could bring Carlos back.
to kill him again,
Just kill
to
him
make me
again.
cry.
You could just do time travel.
Bring back Pierce because he is your best bro.
I don't like Pierce that much.
I love how Pierce starts as like this fucking like gangbanging nerd that like you guys make fun of all the time.
Oh, and he switches the music in that mission.
Yeah, where he puts it to like classical, but
Yeah.
then where you're like you and Gad are like trying to listen to like fucking gangster rap, but then you fucking in Saints Row 3, you just like you got what I need, and you say he's just a friend.
That's so good.
Like that is so funny.
Yeah.
And the fucking dance off at the end of Saints Row 4.
Yeah.
That's just games. Like if you're at this point in your life, if you have not played a Saints Row and you're like, it's GTA clones, you're a fucking fool.
Yeah. You've played yourself.
Yeah.
But then again, I also like a lot of GTA clones more than I like GTA.
Yeah, because GTA clones generally do comedy better or a serious story better because they're not trying to balance both. Where,
Sleeping Dogs is great.
yeah.
Better combat.
Saints Row is the fucking Yakuza of of the Western.
Yeah. Saints Row 2. Yeah.
Saints Row 2. Well, because the
'Cause
story...
It juggles both in a more interesting story and it's funnier.
If the story was like a little bit more serious, I would say Saints Row. Well, actually, Saints Row 1 is
I'm
more
still-
similar to
here's-
Yakuza, where
here's
the
my
story
vibe.
is like played straight.
There are still GTA games where I'm like, these are the most superior and these are like clearly better, but I just like Saints Row 2 better because I like it better.
Saints Row 2 is better
But-
than any GTA.
I like Saints Row 2 more than most GTAs.
Fucking at me, I don't care. I will not change my
I
mind.
would still say that like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is probably the best game in that genre.
If San Andreas didn't exist, Saints Row wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
San Andreas, Saints Row 2,
San
and
Andreas
Saints
is
Row.
the fucking best Grand Theft Auto, and if you disagree, you're wrong.
I think.
5 has slippery shit cars still.
No. 5's cars are a lot better than 4's.
Yeah, but San Andreas's were better than 4's.
Yeah, but San Andreas is when it was like more cartoony and shit. When they didn't really try and do a physics engine.
Yeah, but 5 takes place in the same area as San Andreas. but
The
it doesn't-
same area, but worse.
Yeah.
They removed Las Vegas.
They removed Vegas.
They made it
removed
then-
Area 50 or Area 69.
And, well, now it's just an Air Force base.
Yeah.
They fucking made the entire map an island because
Yeah.
that's easier to develop.
Yeah.
Which, granted, sure,
They
whatever.
removed like the desert. They removed like a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah. Like, GTA 4 is kind of weird to me because it's supposed to be like a New York thing. Well, Liberty City.
It's still Liberty City from 3.
But the fucking weird thing, the third island is bigger.
It's
and-
Jersey.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, they
well, yeah,
call
because
it-
you start in Long Island, you end up on Manhattan, and then I guess it's Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in GTA 3, you
It's
can
just-
kind of see over the... Well, one, the water is not accessible, but when you look over the water, you can see, like, things implying it's like Manhattan and New York and shit.
Yeah.
Where there's a bridge connecting them. And I kind of wish they would do that if they go back to Liberty City. I want them to do Vice City, though, next.
Vice City's cool. I'd like to see Vice City in
Yeah.
HD because it's Miami.
I would love them to stop making fun of famous people, though. Like, yeah,
Well,
they
it's
deserve it, but it's not funny. It's low-hanging fruit.
Well, it was
Same with making
funny.
fun of, like, tech gurus and
No,
hipsters.
I mean, the jokes were... It's just... The problem is, GTA always had these, like, satirical jokes, but they were actually funny in the older ones. But in 4, it was still good.
Yeah.
The jokes still hit. But in 5, it was, like, so far past this, like, I'm so over myself. Even though, like... Dude, GTA 5 is it's the fucking Avengers Endgame of video games.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have the right to make fun? You're the biggest guy on the block.
When are we gonna cancel Stephen Ogg or Ogg, whatever his name?
Why are we canceling him?
He said the N-word in the video game.
But no, we should cancel the Hauser brothers who wrote the game.
Oh, you're right. That's how that works. Fuck you, Tarantino. Fuck you, Filthy Frank. If you've written the N-word and you're white, you're a racist.
Tarantino definitely overuses it.
Tarantino definitely has like a bit too much of an obsession with being.
Oh,
a
you mean
racist.
when he wrote himself into Pulp Fiction to have that scene
With
where
his
he gets to
N-word
say the
basement?
N-word a bunch of times?
And then he kind of balanced it out. He tried to balance it out in Django Unchained, where
He
he calls
has
it.
another scene where he says the N-word a bunch of times, but in a bad fake Australian accent.
No, he doesn't say the N-word. He says the Spanish word for black.
Oh.
So he's trying to balance it out.
I thought he still dropped an N-bomb.
No, I think
in
he
the
just says
Australian
Negro.
accent. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's still weird.
It's still like, man, why are you doing this every time?
Why do you... Like, I'm okay with directors having cameos. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Taika Waititi. He's like the main character in every movie he does.
I'm surprised no one's said that like white people shouldn't make slavery movies.
I mean, some people say that.
I haven't really heard it. Django's great though.
Django's not great.
Django's great.
No, it's
What?
fine. But I'm just not into Tarantino as much anymore.
That's fine. Django's like my only Tarantino movie I like really like.
My vibe, Reservoir Dogs, Inglourious Bastards.
Okay, I'll take Inglourious Bastards. I fucking hate Reservoir Dogs.
I like it.
That movie's boring.
Then you've watched it wrong.
No, Nathan, you don't get to say that.
No, I think it's really good. It's such a smart, like, clever use of making a movie that takes place pretty much all in one location.
And it also was a good way of hiding your budget.
Yeah, it's
Because
super
it was his
low
like
budget.
first movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I think Reservoir Dogs is so cool because it shows like why he became such a big name is because like he was able to do these cool things.
He tried to emulate that again in Hateful Eight, and that movie sucks.
I haven't seen it.
Hateful Eight takes like me and Blake saw it together at like.
I
at
like
the theater.
movies that take place all in one location a lot.
No, but it was boring, and it's just like a bunch of murder for like racism and shit, and like
that sucks.
also
What I think is funny about
whatever
the Hateful
something
Eight,
Walter Goggins or something.
Walton Goggins is great.
He says the N-word a bunch.
Oh,
Because he's like a former Confederate soldier.
but I like he's a great actor.
But then
though.
by the end of the movie, him and Samuel L. Jackson are friends.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, but I mean, fucking,
Walton Goggins is a good actor though. I like him.
yeah, he was good. Fucking Blake is sitting next to me. We're like an hour and a half into the movie. This movie's like fucking 3 hours long, or it just felt like it took forever. And I just lean over and I'm like, I really hope the whole movie doesn't take place in Minnie's haberdashery. And then like an hour later, they're still there, and like the climax is happening, and he leans back and he's like, Ian, I don't think they're leaving.
Well, it's funny because like there's certain choices about that movie that I know of that I'm like, this is both a good idea and it's funny how it turned out. So, backtrack. You know the movie The Thing? John
Yes.
Carpenter's The Thing. Okay. So that movie, before John Carpenter did his own score, because he loves making his own music for movies, including the Halloween theme he made himself, which is fucking incredible.
Did he do the Halloween movie?
Yeah, he did the first one.
Okay.
And he did the music for the newest one, which is cool. Anyway, John Carpenter's great. Anyway, though, before he did the score for The Thing, famous music person Ennio Morricone, who did the Clint Eastwood spaghetti western Man with No Name trilogy for Sergio Leone. You know, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, for a fistful of dollars and a few dollars more.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he did the score for The Thing, but then like it didn't get used, and Carpenter made his own. And so Quentin Tarantino for Hateful Eight, he used the Ennio Morricone's score originally for The Thing, which is funny because they're both like paranoid movies that take place in the same one location.
Yeah.
But Morricone hates Quentin Tarantino. He's like, that guy sucks. He makes bad movies.
The weirdest thing about Hateful Eight is like
Here's my thing about Tarantino. By
Samuel
the way.
in Hateful Eight. I'm gonna fucking spoil a bit of this movie right now.
Okay, I don't care.
Samuel L.
It's
Jackson
5
is
years old.
close friends with Minnie, the black lady who owned Minnie's haberdashery, and Minnie, while being a black woman, hates Mexicans. And they walk into the place, and it's like a classic like inn where it's like pretty much just a tavern, but you can just sleep on the couches there.
Yeah.
By giving her like a good old copper piece. So he's like talking to her. You fucking figure out real early on that Minnie was murdered because this guy is a Mexican working behind the bar, and Samuel L. Jackson just goes, I know one thing about Minnie. She didn't like it when you swore inside of this place, and she fucking hates Mexicans. And then he points to a sign behind the Mexican dude, and it says, like, no dogs, no Mexicans. And it's like, all right, cool. But it's like, Samuel L. Jackson, you know this. Why the fuck are you staying here? There's clearly something going down. There's like a famous outlaw's sister that got fucking like nabbed. They're clearly like, that dude's clearly part of the gang. Like he's coming for her and shit. And then it turns out they were all there, and then everyone gets murdered.
Yeah.
Movie sucks. Don't watch it.
Yeah, my thing with Tarantino is I like the movies Tarantino likes more than I like the movies Tarantino makes, and he makes such clear references to everything where I'm like, Quentin, the game of death or whatever, game of death is cooler than Kill Bill. You know, the movie that you made that's an entire reference to this Bruce Lee movie. Yeah, that's a great movie.
She even wears the same outfit.
It's the same outfit.
He's even like, he took that outfit so hard that like most people would see like a person in like that yellow with like black stripes jumpsuit and be like,
Kill Bill.
Oh, Kill Bill, yeah.
Yeah. Inglourious Bastards, though, is, I don't know. Is it better than the original? Maybe.
Is it? Wait, what?
Inglourious Bastards is like technically a remake of a Vietnam War movie called Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, okay.
And Django Unchained is technically a remake of an old Western movie called Django. Spaghetti Western.
But he was chained back then because he wasn't unchained.
Well, no, also he was white.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Django is a cool-ass movie in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, like, by the way, me saying I'm not huge into Tarantino anymore because I'm not a teenager doesn't mean that I don't think Pulp Fiction's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's just it's the one movie every loser man has seen and has a fucking poster of.
I didn't finish it. Movie was fucking boring as well.
What? Okay. What do you mean by boring, Ian?
I fell asleep watching it.
How could you? Okay.
And I'm not the kind of person to fall asleep when the TV's on, so that's...
That's so weird.
Same with Reservoir Dogs.
Okay. Reservoir Dogs, cool. If I could make a movie, Reservoir Dogs would be a good one to fucking make.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, it's just, it's smart, it's fast, it's violent, it's weird. It does everything. It's nice. Again, it's still Tarantino doing his dumb Tarantino bullshit, but it was cool at the time.
Yeah,
he
sees a song he likes that no one else liked and was like, time to fucking bring this shit back.
Yeah. Like, the bit where he listens to the radio and he cuts the guy's ear off, that's a great fucking scene.
Listening to Stuck in the Middle with You.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Great song. It's a great moment.
It's a good scene.
It's a movie moment.
But I was very bored the whole movie.
I don't know. I love Harvey Keitel's great in that movie.
See Mr. White?
Huh? I don't know. He's Harvey Keitel.
Well, I know Mr. Pink is Steve Buscemi.
Yeah. Well, Steve Buscemi's great. I like Tim Roth as well.
I don't like that scene at the beginning of the movie where they're just like talking for 15 minutes about why he doesn't tip.
It's a Tarantino movie. That's what you're there for.
No, I just didn't want there's some fucking dude who watched that and he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to tip anymore. And it's like,
that's
all right,
not
dickhead.
How you're meant.
Yes, I know, but guess what? A filmmaker's intent doesn't necessarily get fucking put on the audience, especially when you're not.
He dies because of that.
Does he?
Like, it's like a weird ironic thing. If I remember correct, I watched the movie like 8 years ago. When I watched the movie in high school.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably more than 8 years ago. Probably like 9 or 10 years ago.
Well, 8 years ago, I think you graduated.
Yeah. Anyway, you know, Quentin Tarantino's overrated. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I liked the movie, but it's got a really weird sexist message.
Well, because it was a
Quentin Tarantino movie.
Was it trying to push the sexist message, or it just so happened that it was playing up the sexism of the time?
No, it's definitely pushes a sexist message where it's like, see, Sharon Tate like actually was like the actual person who like demonstrated these hippie ideals, whereas the Manson family like ripped it apart. Also, we're gonna show this scene where fucking Brad Pitt kills a bunch of women. Here's a scene where he murders a bunch of women gorily. And you're supposed to cheer at this part because they're the Manson family. And I'm like, hold on. No, it works when you do it with Nazis, Quentin, because they're Nazis.
Yeah.
The Manson family, I feel, were brainwashed.
They were just...
Like, there's a brainwashing.
It
and
wasn't
abuse.
super brainwashing. It was like he had these ideals and people flocked to them.
No, but he like kind of brainwashed them, and he like, you know, he was a fucking manipulator and an abuser. Like, that's how he got what he wanted by doing that. So like, I feel less good about cheering on that on. Also, they're women. I don't want to see.
I really don't
doesn't
actually
feel
want to
good.
see a bunch of people get killed unless they are confirmed Nazis. Nazis or KKK members.
Like, yeah, like again, I don't mind a violent movie, but
That's
it's
one of my
just-
favorite things they did in Django, though, was the
Oh,
goofy-
that scene's great.
Well,
The
because
the birth
you-
of a nation scene, yeah.
Because if
that's
you
funny.
fucking go back in time and you actually hear about like the KKK, it sounds like a bunch of racist nerds starting a weird like D&D campaign.
yeah.
I'm the Grand
Grand
Wizard of the KKK.
It's a great scene. Also, Jonah Hill like cameo.
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh fuck! Speaking of cameos, I saw the funniest shit in the world. You know the movie Liar Liar?
Yeah.
Okay, did you ever watch In Living Color when you were younger?
No.
Oh man, you know how Jim Carrey was on that?
Yeah, I do know that.
Do you know who his character Fire Marshal Bill?
No, I don't know that.
There's this character that he did, Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah.
And he was just a crazy guy who was always smiling, going like, "Kids, you gotta avoid the fire." I can't remember the voice at all. It's been so long, but it's such a it's a funny fucking joke.
Yeah.
And in the background of one of the scenes of Liar Liar, when he just like crashed like a fucking car at an airport or something, in the background while there's like a totally like plot moving conversation, you just see Jim Carrey wearing these dark ass aviators and this red fireman's hat with a phone going, like making the fucking Fireman Bill face.
That's funny. He's crazy.
It's like if you saw in the background of an Austin Powers movie like fucking Wayne Campbell. Or if they make Austin Powers 5, there was a 4, you'd see a scene where the
I don't
love
want to
guru
do
was
Austin
there.
Powers.
I don't either. Man, I read this a couple weeks ago and I meant to bring it up. I just forgot. I read
Yeah.
this fucking amazing article about about Mike Myers. What does Mike Myers do? Nothing. Everything Mike Myers does is by him.
Yeah.
Like, he did 3 Austin Powers movies because he had ideas for 3 Austin Powers movies. He did The Love Guru because he had a concept for The Love Guru. And
God, that movie's fucking terrible.
It's bad, but he enjoyed what he did with it. He thought...
It's kind of racist.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Well, because it's a...
I don't want to say it's
Well,
fully
it's
because
about-
it seems too mean. But it's kind of.
You ever hear Thomas Middleditch's bit about how to do a Chinese accent not racist?
It's just that.
But it's like it
It's
depends
just that
on
bit, but that bit's funnier than the movie.
That bit is funnier because it's not an entire movie about a white kid whose parents were missionaries who got murdered in India, and then he got adopted by a guru. I can't remember the actual dude's name.
I don't remember. The movie came out 12 years ago.
Yeah,
You're allowed to
it's not a
remember.
good movie.
No, it's
but
bad.
it's Mike Myers only does things that he truly believes in. And that's, or things that he like is involved in, like Bohemian
Shrek.
Rhapsody. Well, Shrek. But the last,
Also, he was in Inglourious Bastards.
was he?
Yeah, he's the British general.
Fuck, I can't remember. I don't remember that.
Yeah, he sends Magneto to go be an undercover German.
Man, I don't even remember that. I didn't even know fucking he was in the movie.
You don't remember Magneto was in the movie?
And all I remember is the scene.
It's Michael Fassbender, by the way.
Yes, the Mexican standoff scene.
Magneto's in that scene.
Yeah, I know. I figured that, but I just didn't recognize that was Michael Fassbender.
Yeah. Because they catch him because he does 3, not 3.
Yeah.
Or yeah, you're right.
It's one of these two.
It's this.
What if you...
I did that.
Actually, that's pretty easy.
That's how I do it.
2, 3, 4.
Do you not
That's
notice
pretty
that-
easy. That's
Hold on.
better than doing this shit.
Did you
1,
not
2,
notice that
3.
that's how I count? I've been
No, I
counting
don't.
like that
I
for
don't
years.
count like this ever. I use my brain like an adult.
No, ready in.
That's no. In fact, that's easier.
yeah.
We're doing
It's
pinky
an
to thumb.
We're entirely visual.
Just
bit.
guys, just at home right now. Count how you normally would on your fingers. The funny, the weirdest one is 1, 2, 3, 4. No wait, 1, 2, 3,
No, it's 4.
4.
You do 4 like this.
No, but you put yeah. If you can fucking do 4
in Django, or sorry, in Inglourious Bastards, they count thumb first, which is the German way.
Yeah.
But we're talking about counting pinky first.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. It's pretty comfortable to do like that.
Yeah, that's how I've been counting for years. Is what I've been saying to you.
I do the weird way. I do German.
You do
thumb
German,
first,
1,
but then
2,
you get to
3,
4, and you're like, oh damn.
You just do that, Ian.
I can't do that. My pinky does. Look, if I try and move my ring,
Yeah. You can't put your pinky down?
no, I can't. Not on either hand. Okay, I can on this one. I just did it. No, but this hand, it's fully like, I'm not even trying to move my ring. It just happens. All right, that's an entirely visual bit.
Oh, that's great.
So Mike Myers only does shit he wants to do.
Yeah.
You know what I would never want to see?
What?
Wayne's World 3.
No, I wouldn't.
It's Wayne's
Bill
World
and
again,
Ted
but
3 I'm okay with, but Wayne's World 3, fuck off.
Wayne's World 3, except he's like a DIY podcaster.
Oh, that might work.
They recast Cassandra to be some like young 20-year-old.
It's Allison Brie.
I'd be fine with like some punk girl Allison Brie, not gonna lie, but only because I want to see that. I don't want to see her fuck Mike Myers, but I want to see. You know what would be an interesting one is if he was like an older guy in like the scene helping out like the younger kids.
Yeah.
But then it would kind of be more like it's that fucking John Cusack movie, High Fidelity.
Yeah. They turned that into a show, eh?
Yeah.
And Zoe Kravitz, I think.
Is it good? Did you see it?
Heard it's good.
What's it on?
It's on Crave.
Okay, maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. I always think I always see TV shows that I'm like, maybe I should watch this. And then I'm going to go watch fucking cartoons again. My buddy was telling me after I finished Avatar, he said he finished She-Ra, and he's like, "You should," and I was like, "How is it?" He's like, "It was really fucking good." So maybe I should watch that next.
Doom Patrol comes back for season 2 in June.
I didn't see season 1.
Yes. I'm saying maybe you should watch season 1 so that it's less annoying when I talk about it every single week because that show's the best fucking show.
It's just hard. I just have I don't like watching real humans.
Well, most of them are covered up, if I'm being honest.
But it's still live action.
Brendan Fraser
is a robot.
As a robot man. And that really hot guy from that lawyer show.
Yeah.
Matt.
Did you ever read?
He's gay in real life and also in Doom Patrol.
Did you ever read about his Brendan Fraser's thing about why his character is such a douchebag in Looney Tunes?
Oh, because he's the stuntman for Brendan Fraser.
He's the stuntman for Brendan Fraser.
He doesn't have a stuntman.
Brendan Fraser is this high celebrity dickhead, and he punches himself because that's how he looked at himself from the outside. He thought he was that asshole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had this weird hates himself moment. Yeah, situation. Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, well, he was
abused.
He was abused. Yeah.
Yeah. I see people being mean about Brendan Fraser, and I want to go fucking kill them. Brendan Fraser's the nicest man in the world.
Yeah,
he adopted a horse because his autistic son was like, "I like that horse," and he's like, "Fucking right, you do."
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna get that horse. We're gonna build a stable in our backyard. I'm gonna fucking kill your mother. No, he wouldn't, because he's too nice.
He's good. He's a
even
good
his own
man.
Even his own wife.
Which is why it's funny to see him play
him.
Cliff Steele, Robot Man. Because that character's backstory is that he's a NASCAR guy who cheats on his wife all the fucking time. And then dies.
And then becomes a robot.
Becomes a robot because his brain got saved.
Yeah.
Man, fucking, you gotta watch Doom Patrol.
What's Nathan Fillion doing now?
I don't know. Oh, he's on The Rookie. He's got
his
own
still
TV
doing
show.
that?
Yeah.
Wait, no, that was Castle he was doing before.
He was doing Castle, and then he jumped straight onto this new show called The Rookie.
Yeah. Your mom watched a lot of Castle, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember
all
coming
moms
in.
watch Castle.
My mom doesn't watch
all
TV.
moms want to fuck Nathan Fillion.
Who made that bit? Who was that?
Britannic.
That was Britannic? No, that is the funniest video.
Nathan Fillion's sexy. Yeah, if you're my mom.
But yeah, it was that if you went into the pool and you came out you were in a fucking ad for whatever,
it turned you
come
into a
out
sexier
hot.
person.
So one dude
Brian
goes in and becomes,
he's hot, and then Nick goes in and he's hot, but he's a black guy.
And then the dog comes out, but it's a hot chick
in a bikini. And
yeah,
then everybody goes in and it's
they become Nathan Fillion, and they're like, "Who thinks Nathan Fillion is sexy? Your mom?"
No, yeah, it's like Nathan Fillion's sexy. Yeah, if you're my mom.
And it is Nathan Fillion in this, and they they actually got him on there.
Yeah, it is him. And then cut to like a trailer on a Hollywood lot for Serenity 2. And it's like, Mr. Fillion, it's your call time. Sorry, hold on one sec. I turned into 2 ugly dudes and a dog.
Yeah. Anyways, Nathan Fillion, please go back to Bungie and come back into Destiny 2. That game's
They killed
boring
that
without
character
you.
off.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Because people didn't like quips.
No, he doesn't even split the community that hard. Like, a lot of more people liked him than hated him. I think it's just that the internal devs did not like him because it was like an Activision pull. They were like, please put this character in the game. But then now
To make quips.
Now that he's gone in the game,
He's gonna be in James Gunn's James Gunn, right? Yeah.
Suicide Squad 2?
Suicide Squad.
Oh, cool. Who?
And we don't know yet.
Okay, but
he's in it, and he became friends with Pete Davidson on set because Pete Davidson's in that movie, and then Pete Davidson is playing his younger brother on The Rookie.
that's cool. Pete Davidson is coming back already. Man, rebounds super easily.
It's not like he went away.
He had like a mental. Well, after Ariana Grande, he got like tired. He didn't want to talk about his relationship all the time, but SNL was like they really wanted him.
Make jokes about this.
Yeah. He also, I like his fucking, the one joke he had that was funny was when he talked about his big dick. Because Ariana Grande was like, fucking, he's massive. And then he's like, hold up. It's not that big. She's just tiny.
That's funny.
So, yeah, like Pete Davidson is probably packing something, but not like fucking 13-inch body destroyer like Ariana Grande was talking about.
I mean, whatever, dude. I'd take the compliment.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think it's like how Shaq has to fucking, when he picks up chicks, he has to be like, hold up.
It's normal size.
It's normal. I don't got a stomach
your
smasher.
height and your PP size are not related, and
Yeah.
that's why actually dwarf people seem like they have the biggest dicks.
Yeah.
because they actually have normal human dicks, but they're tiny.
I saw this fucking image. It was like a 2-sentence poem or some 2-word poem to like that all women understand or some shit. It was like 6'4", 4 inches. And then the girl's laughing. She shows her boyfriend. He's like, I don't get it.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
You mean 6 foot 4 inches?
No, he was 6'4", 4 inches.
Then imagine being 4
That
inches
would be
hard.
rough because you are a huge man,
Yeah,
and then now your shit isn't
it's
not
quite
even
small.
average.
Quite small.
It's average. Come on,
Do we
guys.
want to talk about our weeks?
I kind of have been. Oh, I played Control.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that game is fine. It's interesting. But like those Quantic Dream guys, or wait, that was the show they made.
Quantum Break?
Quantum Break. They're Quantic Dream. Their show was Quantum Break.
No, they're Remedy.
What
Their
the fuck is
game
Quantic
that was a
Dream?
show. Quantic Dream is David Cage's people.
Cool, thank you. Okay, Remedy
they're-
Entertainment. They have a really weird way of telling a story, and you can really tell that none of them speak English because some of the direction is just like, this is weird, and these people are talking weird. But the gameplay is fun. The way they're telling the story, the angles. Also, you're a character in the game.
Yeah?
She speaks to you. Like her thing is that the reason why she can do all this cool, Jesse Faden, the main character.
Yeah.
The reason why she can do all this cool shit is because of you.
Cool.
You're the guy in control.
I see.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm not that far in that game. It's got like a Resident Evil like police station vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Where
yeah.
you like come in, there's a lot of rooms. It's just that it sucks because they don't have the, like, you know how on the map in Resident Evil 2 Remake, it tells you if you've been in the room or not. This does not. So there's shit you like miss and you're gonna have to backtrack, but you better just fucking remember you haven't been there before.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of like some Metroidvania shit. I don't know. It's a cool game. I'm gonna play
I like
more of it.
Remedy's games.
This is the first one I've ever played.
Really?
I didn't play Alan Wake or the other one.
You didn't play any of the Max Paynes?
No, they only made Max Payne 1 and 2.
Yeah.
3 was Rockstar.
3 was Rockstar. But still, Max Payne 1 and 2 are good.
It was those were PS2 games, and I owned a PS2 really late in the life cycle.
Okay. I played Max Payne 1 and 2 like later on, but like around when Max Payne 3 came out because I was hyped for Max Payne 3. But I also played Alan Wake is actually a good game. It's underrated as fuck.
I don't know. It's a horror game, but like
it's a teen-rated horror game, and it actually is like the only good one of those.
like I'm sure it's good. It's just that like when I was watching my buddy play it because it's on Game Pass now,
Yeah,
it just doesn't look that great to me.
it's good. It's really good. It's underrated. And Quantum, same with Quantum Break. That game, like, don't get me wrong, that game's not a great game, but definitely it's not a shit game.
Yeah.
I think people who talk about how it's terrible are kind of being weird about
They're
it.
just being mean.
Well, they don't like that it's a game in a show. But like
Yeah.
it works. Like it's neat. It's got a great cast. You play the game, it's got a very similar gameplay to Control, like except for the aerial shit.
Yeah.
But it's still like it's the shooting of that game. It's good. And like the powers are cool and you do stuff and you make choices and you can find and so you find like collectibles and shit.
Yeah.
And what's cool is that if you find certain collectibles, it changes the show. So when it cuts to the live action segments, you're like watching it, and there will be like a scene where they find a weird fucking thing.
You know what I
And
would
it's
really
because you touched it in the game earlier.
You know what I'd really like to just disappear
What?
from a lot of video games?
What?
I don't want skill trees anymore.
Yeah.
Like
I get why people do them, but instead, how about consider a Devil May Cry style thing?
yeah, or
Where certain things get unlocked.
or I don't want to upgrade my character. Like let me upgrade my equipment.
I mean,
Make
I
it a
still
m-
want to have character-wide upgrades so that you can have multiple pieces of equipment, but like
But like there's shit like in Control, it's like get more health, and it's like, or how about you just have a flat damage rate, and like things that do more damage, or in things that don't do a lot don't do a lot.
or how about just I don't know, like the classic way to do upgrades is like in FF style, where hey, you level up, all your stats of a certain kind go up.
Give me don't give me fucking skill
Don't make
points.
like give me a skill point, but make every single one worth it. Don't pad out the skill tree with boring shit like more health. That should just go up automatically when I level up.
Yeah, more health, more damage. Okay, your health goes up, and like maybe your energy goes up. Like whatever
your health-
whatever meter you have.
Health, stamina,
your damage goes up based off of upgrades you do to your weapon or
I
whatever.
I would still like a skill tree where it's each thing is a different move, not different stat changes.
But that's harder to do when it's like a gun and like a throw things with your
Alternate
mind.
fires.
Game. Like the skill points could be instead. Don't give me skill points that it's like, oh, you can do this thing 10% more powerfully. How about give me a fucking skill that's a skill. Like, oh, when you have like you throw your teleport, or you can
Perfect
grab
dodge.
heavier perfect dodge, or you can pick up heavier items, or maybe you can now pick up weaker enemies, and then maybe you
Yeah.
can pick up strong enemies. Just yeet them up
Like-
the fucking
like
side of
the-
the map.
I mean-
Or a fucking like mass grab or some shit where like if you hold E, you can pick up more than one thing, but it drains your whole bar.
Yeah, super attacks.
Yeah.
that just clear a whole fucking room and are cool.
Not a whole room in this one because your meter is only it's only useful for picking up like you can pick up one item, throw it, and then pick up another, throw it, and then you got to wait for it to recharge.
Do you know what I like? And it's funny because I was thinking about like Final Fantasy IX this week because it's on Game Pass, and I was trying to tell people to play it
Yeah.
because it's the best Final Fantasy. Oh well, okay. Make sure you can hear me.
I will. I'll yell at you if I can.
Okay. Anyway, what I was thinking is more games need summons that take like 10, 15 minutes in real time. Like just like, the summon, you get like a summon and it's a super move and it's just the fucking world's longest cutscene to do the move. I love that shit. That shit makes me feel so good. And I know everybody's like, especially Final Fantasy IX, like I'll admit the combat in that game being slow is like the biggest problem with it because it's like slower than Sevens because like everything takes a little while to do. And that's why that game needs the speed up a bit more than FF7 did. But in terms of summoning, anybody who's like talking shit about the long summons in RPGs, like, no, make it longer. I want to activate a move and have to watch a 20-minute episode of a television show before I can see the end of the move.
Yeah, let me press start and skip it or something.
No.
Oh wait, you want that?
I'm saying that's what I want.
Oh, sorry.
I'm saying make it longer. I'm saying
I want to watch a whole episode of Naruto every single time I use a summon in Final Fantasy.
like 9 shits long and stuff, and that needs a fix. But I want more games to have super moves that take a ridiculous amount of time.
I absolutely do not.
No, I want to go into control, and there's like, you're fighting the boss, and then it's like, activate the ultra move, and it's 30-minute long cutscene of the move charging up and getting shit
Yakuza?
done, and everything blowing the fuck up, and it's sick, and it's Knights of the Round, and it's the comet from the end of FF7, and it's like, all that shit. It's awesome. I want more. I want in Devil May Cry 6 for when you fight the last boss.
I want Devil May Cry 6 to be a turn-based game.
I want it all cutscenes all the time.
No, that's Devil May Cry 7, actually.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, I just love it when moves activate a cutscene, and I love it when that cutscene's too long. Like, Knights of the Round, the last summon you got in FF7 original, takes, like, I think 3 full minutes. And I'm like, that's awesome.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Oh, well, and the move that Sephiroth spams where he drops the comet on the earth.
Okay.
Like, I think that takes a while, too. Because you watch the comet go through, like, destroy Pluto, destroy all the planets on the way.
And he does it multiple times.
Yes. He does it more than once. Well, sometimes. It's like, obviously, it's, you know, it's like a boss in a turn-based game.
Why does he... Why does it destroy all these planets, gets to fucking Earth, and then just doesn't break?
Fucking slams into the ground. It's great.
Yeah, but if it was, like, big enough to destroy Pluto entirely, it would crack the Earth.
Or Gaia or whatever. I don't know.
Whatever, who cares? Gaia is just a fancy name for Earth when you're a fucking nerd.
Yeah, but because of every Final Fantasy needs to tell you, no, this does not take place on Earth. I think most of those planets are called Gaia, if I'm being honest.
No. This is not related to any other previous Final Fantasy. What do you mean you got a Buster Sword in Final Fantasy 15?
Yeah, well, the Final Fantasy video games are video games in the Final Fantasy 15 universe.
Yeah.
Which is such a weird choice.
Well, the weapons they have are based off... Do you think the weapons that the kings used to hold were just the ones from their favorite Final Fantasy games?
Yes.
They were like, oh shit, this
need
weapon's sick.
Can I be honest?
Noctis is the first one who's like,
more
gun
blades. More gun blades. Why? They made a new boring gunblade for 13, and yet in 15, there's no gun blades. Unless they added some.
They didn't. There's no gun blades.
No. What the fuck? There's characters who use guns.
There's a fucking proper sniper rifle in that game.
Yeah. There's characters who use guns.
The Cerberus.
Who use swords, but no characters who use gun blades.
There is weapons in that game that are just straight up, why are they in it? Like the Cerberus, which is like this high-powered sniper rifle, but Prompto can't use it.
Who uses it?
Noctis.
Oh, really?
And it's a fucking...
I never used guns as Noctis. I was like, why the fuck
Well, it's just that I
use
was collecting everything, and they were like, oh, it's in the fucking base where you first fought your girlfriend's brother.
Okay. If you're going to play a Final Fantasy and you've never played one before, or if you've just played 15, which bad choice is the first one, honestly, because it's not a very good Final Fantasy.
I guess I'll go fuck myself.
No, but I'm saying if you want to get into the series but don't know where to start, 10 or 4 are the best 2 starts.
Not even 7?
Well, 7 was a lot of people's starts, but I don't want people to do what a lot of people who played 7
did. Start with the best game and go,
oh no. No. 7's not the best one. But a lot of Final Fantasy fans started with 7 and never played another one. And that's most of the people who talk about 7.
My favorite Resident Evil is 5. What do you mean there's 4 that came before?
Yeah, no.
6 was 6. 6 was sick. What's the fuck with this 7 shit? This isn't a horror series.
But yeah, the best ones to start with are 10 and 4. The ones that are considered the best by the fan base are 6 and 9, and then like the most mainstream hits are 7 and 10. I think. Man,
it'd be cool.
Yeah.
If Resident Evil brought Sherry back as a main character.
You mean in 6? You mean like in Resident Evil 6?
That game doesn't exist anymore.
It still does.
No. It's not canon.
It's on my PS4. We can check it out
No,
right now.
It's not canon. I also own it on Steam.
Yeah. Guess what, Ian?
What?
It's more canon than the remakes.
Not anymore.
No, the remakes aren't canon.
No, they're the new canon.
They're not.
They are.
They're non-canon.
No.
They're canon with each other, but they're not canon with the rest of the series.
No, they're new.
Code Veronica isn't canon with the remakes, but it is canon.
No.
Gun Survivor is canon, Ian.
Look, Resident Evil fucking has the worst canon in the world. Let's redo it.
Why? What's wrong with the canon, Ian?
Because 6 exists.
Fuck you.
Also, Alex Wesker and his 11 clones.
Hey. He's still canon as of a Project Resistance.
Yeah, I know. Well, oh wait, no, sorry. Albert Wesker and his other sister, Alex Wesker.
They're canon.
Yeah, but
they're
there's
in Resistance.
Then there's 10 other clones that didn't exist. They're all just dead.
They're in Revelations, aren't they?
Also, Resistance. If Resistance isn't canon.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. How is it canon, but the remakes aren't canon?
It's canon in the remake timeline.
Okay. Or they remove. It's just Alex Wesker is the sister of Albert Wesker. That's all. We don't need the other Weskers.
No, but the son is in, the Wesker son is in fucking
Really? Jake?
Resistance, I think.
Jake's Wesker's son.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just Alex Wesker is in Resistance.
Alex Wesker is Wesker's sister.
Yeah, I know the sister is in Resistance. I
Yeah.
thought the son might be there too.
Look, RE4, just if they really want to remake it, but remake it exactly the fucking same as the original game, because don't touch what fucking works.
Yeah. I think it's a dumb idea to remake it because 3 wasn't as well done as of a remake as 2.
4 is more of a modern video game.
Like, no, excuse me, what I was going to say is...
Oh, you mean the 3
base,
remake wasn't as good as RE2 remake?
The fan base loved RE2 remake because it's a perfect recreation of that RE2, original RE2.
And it makes it better.
It captures what made that game great and makes it better. RE3 remake is basically a different game, and it kind of doesn't have the heart and soul of what the original RE3 was.
Where RE3 was like they kind of started to push, like original, they started to push like some action.
Yeah.
And then RE4 was the bridge that they fucking
the perfect version of that.
Yeah, where they went full action. Leon has a fucking dedicated like melee button.
Yeah, it's full. Well, RE4
and you can do sick kicks.
It combined action and horror really well.
But then in the RE3 remake, it's like everything's a joke because your perfect dodge is really easy to use.
Yeah, and also like it just doesn't feel like a Resident Evil.
Oh man,
like...
I tried to play that game on nightmare mode. Never gonna do it.
Yeah.
There's the first hallway. So the opening of the game is exactly the same.
Yeah.
But after you meet up Carlos, you come outside. You go outside of the train station. Yeah. You know that first like alleyway where there was like 2 or 3 zombies there?
Yeah.
Now there's 10. And there's a flashbang.
Just buy the infinite rocket launcher.
I could, but I wanted to play the game. Like I wanted to challenge myself before I broke it.
You know it expects you to do that.
Yeah, I will.
Because you get the chance to buy it. They like assume.
Oh, I don't have enough money.
What'd you buy then?
Ammo pouches. Oh, the pouches, so that I start with additional ones.
So I bought all the pouches. Like you've played the game more than me. I bought all the pouches. I got the outfit and I got the infinite pistol and the infinite machine.
I think I have one of the infinites, but not the rocket. I don't know. Maybe I'll go through and like achievement hoard and like up my score.
Yeah.
Because I wish just beating the game gave you money, but it's all achievement based.
Hardcore, I got most of the way through, but then I was like,
Hardcore's fine.
I had second last boss because I just didn't have enough shit.
Nemesis 3?
Nemesis, like the one where you have to shoot him and you're in the big arena. I just didn't have enough resources for that fight.
Really? That sucks. I had a lot. But also, I chose to run away a lot more during that section.
Yeah, I was just like, I got fucked up by like some of the regenerating guys, and I'd wind up using up a lot of my shit to get through it because I died and then
I was a big fool and did not, and accidentally didn't realize that autosaves record your deaths, and I didn't save like once my entire hardcore playthrough because I just used autosaves. But man,
but it counted it as you going through the game with a death.
Yeah, with like 30 deaths.
Oh shit!
Because there's like a lot of Hunter one-hit kills, and I embarrassedly got killed by Hunter Gamera.
I felt really good when I went back to easy mode. Like I literally got stuck at that part in hardcore, and I was like, shit. And then I went to the easy mode, and I beat the game with 2 saves.
Yeah.
On
easy mode, it's 0 saves for me. Fuck.
Well, the first time through, I was like on the easy mode, and I was like, wow, going through it, and I was like, this is pretty good.
You get,
and then
I
did
believe,
normal.
per difficulty, you get 5 saves.
Yeah.
But 0 deaths is what they want in sub 2 hours.
They expect you less time with each fucking difficulty mode for S rank, which is stupid.
I think the lowest it goes is an hour and a half.
45.
Hour 45?
I thought.
I did hour 51 on normal.
I did like 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, well, it's still...
But anyway.
I still went and grabbed a lot of the shit I didn't need.
But yeah, a lot of classic RE fans are like, hey, this version of 3 isn't like actually. It's like it's not like it didn't do what the 2 remake did for 2.
Also, Pistol becomes outclassed like immediately in RE3 make.
What I was gonna say mostly is that like the game's just like not built well for being an RE game.
It's very linear.
It's so linear.
I only have to go through like every zone once. They cut out the clock tower entirely, which had a Nemesis fight.
Yeah.
Like Nemesis Stage 2 was a completely different in original RE3.
Yeah.
It was a fight in the clock tower, not in the
Instead, they
courtyard.
just make you go through the hospital twice to replace the clock tower, which is dumb choice.
The hospital sucks.
The hospital,
But you don't have to go through the hospital twice.
No, but I think the
you do if you want to get the lightning hawk.
I think the hospital's pretty cool, but like because it's got puzzle solving, it's like the first one. It and like the first downtown feel like real Resident Evil, and the rest of the game in between feels like hallways.
Yeah,
like and I liked RE3. Like I don't mean to talk shit. I think that game's really good.
RE3 is a fun action game. It's not a very good horror game.
It just doesn't, especially because of like how small a percentage of the game that you're actually being hunted by Nemesis, where you can do weird shit.
Yeah,
like he's not as cool as Mr. X.
When you trigger Nemesis, you're pretty much out of that area.
Yeah,
you have your fight on top. He chases you like once. You fight on top of that building that's on fire that he lights on fire. Then you beat his fucking ass up there. He throws your ass off that building. You should have fucking died. But you're Jill Valentine, Super Cup. And you're the master of unlocking. And Nathan went to the bathroom, so I'm just going on. But yeah, I want RE4 remake because old video games are bad and they're hard to play because they don't control as well. Sometimes they do, but most of the time they don't. And since Nathan's not here to tell me that I'm wrong and that I'm an idiot and I'm a stupid zoomer, it's the truth. He will never hear this ever. I'm sure he can hear me now, but that's a pretty strong stream going on, guys. But anyways, video games, muy caliente. And also RE5, but the main character is Shiva, so I can just stare at that fucking ass the whole time. Ooh boy, I would love it. Or Chris Redfield, but not a brick man, like a hot brick man. Like just jacked. Like he looks like a fucking Chris Evans. You get to see America's ass. Everyone likes the Avengers. Give me more himbos in Resident Evil. Like Leon's good, but he's not very jacked. What's up? Did you close the door?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You got to keep all that in. If you cut it, I'm gonna fucking quit.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway,
There's not enough himbos in Resident Evil.
they're all himbos.
Nah, not really.
Leon's a himbo.
Leon kinda.
Chris is a himbo.
Nah, Chris knows what he's
Barry's
doing.
a himbo.
No, fuck Barry.
Barry's great.
Brad's a himbo. He does the stupidest shit ever in 3. Here, let me brace this door with my arm. Oh no, they opened it and bit me a second later.
Brad Vickers is not a himbo. He's a coward.
Yeah.
He abandons you at the start of the first fucking game.
Look.
But then he feels bad enough about it to come back for the third and be like, oh, I'm sorry.
And then he
die.
sacrifices himself. And then he's the one who fucks over Marvin.
Yep.
I'm sorry. What? And then you get to see the reason why. He was like, don't make the mistake that I made.
Yeah. Cool choice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we've gone very long not talking about things that happened to us this week. But I started
because we didn't do anything.
Well, I started playing Well, I played a bit of that game on the fucking Wholesome Games thing. I played a little bit of, not a little bit of, it's a short ass game for $5. Depender Nocturne, which is cool. It takes place in like a version of Montreal that's like all spooky and shit. Not spooky, but like it's like kind of magical realism-y Montreal game, and you go to a convenience store or Depender, and you try to buy a gift or multiple gifts for your girlfriend or whatever at home, and
all she wants is mustard. The main character of this game is Patrick Boivin.
No, definitely not. But it's a cool game. You should check it out. It's $5.
When will Pat be put in a video game?
He already has been.
Which one?
Skyrim.
What?
Did you not see the two best friends play Skyrim?
That's a mod.
All right, they're probably also in some other fucking. I guess he's usually not the one that gets put in. You're right. It's always Matt and Wooly or Baz.
And which is Wooly's creation.
Well, the Baz is based on a rejected Street Fighter 2 character.
Yeah, but it's Wooly bringing it back.
It's Wooly and Matt from Fighterpedia.
Yeah.
And then also Rage is sometimes in stuff. Which we just don't need to get into.
Yeah, where Pat's just like not involved in anything.
Yeah.
Wooly and Matt are in Skullgirls. Pat's just over there in the corner going like, I wish I was in a game I don't play. Anyways, I'm going to refund this game I bought for $2 on a sale because of gay furries in it.
Nobody says that. Or, well, sorry.
Pat there was a guy. No,
Pat doesn't say that.
Pat does not say that. But
a bunch of losers who don't like fucking gay, non-binary black people who are furries.
Yeah.
And talk about how Sonic Fox is a cheater.
Yeah, Sonic Fox. All he does is win. All he does is lose immediately, and then play through losers, which is the easier bracket. And if you have ever thought that in your life, you're a fucking moron.
You know, the losers bracket is everybody from the winners bracket, except for the winner.
Other than the first round, you literally have to fight everyone who has got farther than you.
Yeah.
And if you fucking go to losers immediately and win grand finals, you're
still
a god.
Won.
Like,
you're still a god.
Sonic Fox is a 5-time Evo champion.
Yeah.
Like, and in 1 year he got like 3 prizes.
Well, he won Injustice. What was it? It was like Injustice,
Mortal Kombat, and Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah. And like Injustice and Mortal Kombat, I mean, if you're good at one, you're good at the other.
Yeah.
But like,
people love to claim
Dragon Ball Fighters is a fucking completely different game.
People love to claim that Sonic Fox is a cheat because he plays the meta in Fighters, and it's like, sorry that he plays top tiers. Go look at fucking Smash Bros.
Sorry, pick a top tier.
Or pick a top tier or get better than a top tier.
Ridiculously good.
Yeah.
Those are your options.
It's not like mid tiers can't beat top tiers. It's
Sonic
all about
Fox
player
is
skill.
Fucking good at fighting games.
Yeah.
Like, does he play the ones I'm the most interested in? No, but he seems like a cool person. Sorry, he's non-binary. They seem like a cool person. But yeah, man, like, fuck.
Like, I think Injustice and Mortal Kombat are fucking boring as hell to watch, and fucking
personally.
Fighters, gee, that sucks. That game.
Fighters was fun to watch for a while.
Yeah, but then I think they really need to shorten how long the matches in that, because they're like actually 10 minutes long.
Apparently, that Power Rangers game is really good. You heard about Battle for the Grid?
I heard that it's out. I heard that there's 2 Virgils in it.
Yeah.
Dan Southworth and the guy who did Virgil in D Little MC is in it.
They're both in it. But also like Ryu and Chun-Li are in it.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's sick. It's also the first fighting game to be playable with crossplay on 5 fucking consoles. Or 5 platforms, rather.
Really? Even the Switch?
It's Switch, PS4, Xbox, PC, and Stadia.
Is the netcode good, though?
I've heard it's great. The only reason it didn't get picked for the Evo with good netcode is because of Saban being shitty.
Saban?
The people who own Power Rangers.
Oh, okay. Also, the reason... It's a fun thing that Evo loves to go back on, and they only said it to fuck over Skullgirls.
Well, no, Battle for the Grid's not new. It's been out for 3 or 4 years.
Oh, really?
It's new on a couple things. Like, it's new on Stadia, but they're not setting up fucking Evo Online on Stadia.
Yeah, well, because fucking...
Even if they did, it's the same fucking game.
Back in the day, they wouldn't let Skullgirls in because it was too new, and then by next year, no, they didn't. They claimed it was just old now and no one was playing, so they didn't let it in.
Well, and then years later, they would let in Cross Tag Battle when it came out a month before.
Yeah, and then also Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, which came out 3 months ago.
Yeah,
and it's an exhibition this year.
Yeah, it would have been there.
It would have been there. It was there when they put their first thing out.
Although Uniclear, I mean, the Unial games they've been really good about.
But because the Uniclear is just a sequel to Unist.
Well, no, sorry, not literally Uniclear. I mean, like the Unial games.
Okay.
Yeah, underneath in bus.
Yeah, Guilty Gear will be at EVO next year, despite the fact
Of
that it
course
hasn't
it
been
will.
out for a
Arc
year.
System works.
Yeah. ArcSys has the money.
ArcSys not only has the money, it has the clout.
Yeah. It's
Like,
half the games that get
'Cause
played at
here's the
EVO
thing.
now are fucking ArcSys games.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? If I'm a fighting game player, and it's like Guilty Gear Strive came out, and 3 months later there's the big fighting game tournament, and Guilty Gear Strive's not out, and it's the new hotness. Like, sorry, you don't have the new hotness, bitch. I'm not coming to EVO if there's no Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Get at me.
Yeah, fucking ArcSys got all the BlazBlue games.
Yeah.
I think they're involved with the Unist games. They don't develop them though.
They publish it.
Yeah. They made Fighters.
Yep.
They made
Fighters.
Cross Tag. They made Grand Blue.
Persona,
which that's not at EVO. Right?
it was.
Not right now.
No, but it's
Anyways,
not now.
ArcSys is bigger than Capcom.
Yeah, well, they're bigger in the fighting game community, certainly,
Yes.
because Capcom only has 2 fighting games that it puts out.
Marvel vs. Capcom and Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And they don't. And there's
When
no good
will
Marvel.
we bring back Rival Schools?
I don't know what that is.
Rival Schools is the one that our boy Itsuno worked on.
Oh man, I hope
Well,
KOF.
Rival Schools and Power Stone were.
I hope
were
KOF
Itsuno's.
15 has some good netcode.
I hope SNK gets their shit together.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Didn't the Goro Mark of the Wolves pop off for a bit because of the netcode?
Goro's great, yeah.
So maybe they might
I think it's
recognize it.
.emo. I think it's the same people who did that new Streets of Rage 4.
And since the good netcode is going to be in Guilty Gear,
yeah.
you can't just keep fucking ignoring this.
Yeah,
'cause
now
your
that
game's gonna
once
die.
Guilty Gear has it, then everybody's got to have
Yeah,
it.
before it was once Street Fighter's got it. Street Fighter even fixed theirs, but it's still not
Yeah.
good.
No, but it's like Killer Instinct. It used to be like, oh, Killer Instinct has it, and Skullgirls has it, and then Mortal Kombat got good netcode,
Yeah.
and Injustice, and then it's like, okay, well, only the American ones do, which isn't going to change how Japanese people.
Because the Americans are more spread out, where if
Yeah.
you live in Japan and you're playing a fighting game, you're playing like a guy down
Also,
the road.
if you live in Japan and you touch the cover to fucking a Mortal Kombat game, you get shamed out of the store.
And they're like,
what's
why do you have this here to root out the weebs?
Oh, sugoi. Oh, Mortal Kombat. Get the fuck out of here.
Look at these titties.
You get
Look
outta
at these
here.
titties on full-grown women.
You don't deserve to live here. You'll stay out of my store and never come back again. The only way you'll be allowed to come back is if you come into the eroge section and pick out 10 games and pay full price for that.
Also, I have these packs for Galgun that give
have-
you all the DLC. They're also the value of all the DLC, which is $3,000.
I have the arcade version of Galgun here. And
if you
can
buy
only-
the entire cabinet.
then you can come back in. And then if I see you touch the cover to Injustice 2,
If you buy
will
Dead or
die.
Alive 6 Extreme Volleyball Edition or whatever the fuck, you can come in.
The barrier for entry is if you don't get a nosebleed while playing the new Dead or Alive, you don't get to come back. Ugh.
Ugh.
Also, I've been playing a lot of Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, I saw that. Why?
Well, it's the best 3D Mario.
You're only saying that because it's the newest.
You heard what I fucking said.
It's really good. I think it's one of the
Terrific
ones
game.
I like the most. I like Galaxy a bit more.
well,
But Galaxy is also loaded with a lot more jank that I fucking think about and get miserable for.
Well, Galaxy also is a lot weirder because it's not actually hub based. It's just a bunch of levels with the same assets on the same planet. But they're also different. Whereas I think
Galaxy has the same shit that Odyssey, making it that you didn't have to restart the level every single fucking time you got a star was sick.
well, yeah, in my eye, Odyssey takes the ideas from Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine and improves on them to where it just feels like exactly where it would have been if that was the way they could have made it back then, you know? And Cappy, the way Cappy expands your moveset more than any other bullshit add-on from any of these 3D Marios feels super natural. Like,
especially
totally
since like the people with with Cappy, it's the group chat.
Okay.
Emily's talking about board games.
I want to do board games.
Yeah, so we should wrap this up soon.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Being able to bounce and move around with Cappy and having the same gravity and not feeling like, oh, let me float myself up like a fucking meter, like not even a meter, like a foot with Flood. I don't like Odyssey. No, not Odyssey. Fuck.
You don't like
Sunshine?
I like Sunshine, but I feel like Sunshine has cool vibes to it. I like the idea, but Flood doesn't feel natural. Like to the way Cappy just feels like he was always there.
It's really bad controls, in my opinion. I'm sure someone will.
Were you playing it on emulator or on actual?
No, I was playing it on those McDonald's GameCube things. I've played it. I have played it like how.
Because when you play it on the actual GameCube, it's because it uses all the analog triggers. So if you play it on emulation, it just fucking does.
I'm just really bad with like holding, like I've used the right stick when I play Smash for tilt moves because I can't do tilts. They're just not hard for me. Like if someone made a fighting game where you had to do a quarter circle forward but you couldn't touch the edge, I'd kill myself.
What?
Like if you had to do a QCF, but it was like you couldn't like go over, you'd have to like that do some shit.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
So, that's why you can't do tilts?
No, it's my thumbs are too clumsy. Same why I have trouble with 6-button fighters. I just can't do that much with I don't have that much dexterity.
Oh, okay.
I'm good at zoning and like neutrals, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I take that back. I'm not good at neutral because that's like the entirety of fighting games.
Yeah.
I'm good at mashing. No, I know what I'm pressing.
Yeah, usually.
It's just when you take it off of my thumb and they're like, now you have to incorporate your index fingers all the time. I'm like, I might as well get fucked. But with a keyboard, I could do it.
Well, that's why I kind of want a fucking fight stick.
Yeah. But the thing with a fight stick is it's a big investment because they're expensive, but also it's not necessarily like you're not going to instantly click with it.
When Guilty Gear Strive comes out, and because it comes out after July of this year, it will have to work on the PS5.
I wouldn't doubt that they were already developing it for PS5.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they might do a separate version for PS5.
We'll probably be getting it on PC.
But if they do just put it on PS4, any PS4 game made after July, Sony is saying it has to be compatible with PS5.
So they could do it where it's like they put out a version on the PS4, like digitally or physical or whatever.
Yeah. And
then if you bought it digitally, it will work on the PS5.
Yeah.
But then they will also put out a PS5 edition that might just have like their season 1 pass.
Well, yeah. They might just do like
fucking put my girl
Guilty Gear Strive Revelations.
No. Guilty Gear Strive Zerd Rev 2.
Yeah, no. Well, what would be like? Because there was Exard Sign, and then Exard Rev, and then Exard Rev 2.
Yeah, and Rev 2 is an expansion.
Well, so was Rev.
Really?
They were. Yeah, the first one.
Because when I bought Rev, it was a solo thing on Steam. But Rev 2 is like a DLC.
Okay, so that's the way it works on Steam and stuff digitally. But it's because Guilty Gear Exard Sign came out on PS3. And then there was Guilty Gear Exard Revelator, which had newer content that also came out on PS4. And then there was Exard Revelator 2, which is the version that we have now, with even more content.
Cool.
Let's wrap this bitch.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. This is another long boy, but it's because we love you and each other mostly. But yeah, thanks so much for listening. Keep safe out there. I don't know. I forget how to end things sometimes. Oh, yeah. Follow us on social medias. I'm at The Media Hole on Twitter. I'm at The Media Hole on TikTok. I'm twitch.tv/The Media Hole. You can find me on youtube.com/N8SComedy. And finally, you can find me when your balls get stuck to your leg.tumblr.com.
Change your name.
You can find Ian on any social media as Struggles V.
Yeah, follow me on Tumblr for some premium One Piece content.
And Ian's also working up a GoFundMe to fund his all one piece, all one voice pornography.
No, it's an abridged.
His One Piece abridged series that's also hentai.
Yeah, I will just reference. There will be times where a hentai would have fit into the theme, like during the Water 7 arc and the Amazon Lily arc, and I will just put the code on hentai.org. Like, that slash, like,
no, on his GoFundMe.
Everyone go on the internet, go to nhentai.org slash 177013.
All right, see ya.